rascals with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes both beat high.
Hey, he's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
Which uses when he's seeking past his husband, what's the lie?
He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, wolf or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, full of passion,
And he sings his song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no fun in looking so as trees are up behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So live your rocks, propose and toast to these drunken friends of mine.
A hero journeyed far and wide, but in riches, gold and magic. For he never found his true love sight, and it made him sad and tired.
And while he was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
And I played it fair from over there with a bow and she was mine.
She apologized profusely, said she thought he wasn't warm, and she carried him to the nearest inn where she nursed him back to life.
Well, it fell in love correctly, and she married him that night.
So the half they down, they got me up a song about that time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, while we ain't here at the side. So lift your rose, and toast to the drunken friends of mine. Grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her from behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose, roll and toast to the drunken friends of mine. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her from behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose, roll and toast to the drunken friends of mine. Now hear ye, all you rascals, with your bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes both beat high.
Hey, he's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
Which uses when he's seeking past his husband, what's the lie?
He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, wolf or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, full of passion,
And he sings his song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no fun in looking so I squeeze her up behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So live your rocks, propose and toast to these drunken friends of mine.
A hero journeyed far and wide, but in riches, gold and magic. For he never found his true love sight, and it made him sad and tired.
And while he was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
And I played it fair from over there with a bow and she was mine.
She apologized profusely, said she thought he wasn't warm, and she carried him to the nearest inn where she nursed him back to life.
Well, it fell in love correctly, and she married him that night.
So the half they down, they got me up a song about that time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my
Hello and welcome back to High Rollers, friends. Thank you very much for joining us here for our RPG goodness on Sunday.
So I'm busy texting, Mark. Could you keep
Tweeting.
it down?
Tweeting. Not even texting.
I'm busy
Get
sorting
it
my
right.
fringe out.
I should probably tweet.
That's fine. You guys can sort your fringe out. I'm only doing my boring intro that I do every time anyway.
I got this really stupid
Which
text here.
I'm going to remember to introduce everyone this time because I forgot when I was sick last
Oh,
week.
how rude.
I know. So I am your Dungeon Master for this evening, Mark Sherlock Humes. Joining me, our regular players, we have Katie.
Ah.
We have Matt.
Hello.
We have Kim.
Hi. We got
Oh, we've got some sound coming through, Steve.
Steve, we got sound coming through.
I think
Also,
it's
I'm
fixed
like off the.
I'm
Oh,
trying to
and-
tweet and tell people that we're live.
Yes,
Sorry.
do that. That's
This
fine.
is so
That's what we want
professional.
to. Super professional. It's what we love. Welcome to High Rollers. And this guy, you interrupted me before I could introduce
I
Drop.
didn't. She did.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't take
I'm
it out on
blaming
me,
Kim.
Mark.
I'm blaming Kim. Anyway,
I killed a man last week.
what you did.
Well, we
I'll do it
remember.
again, Mark.
That has been a very hot topic of discussion.
Yeah.
That's my
You
fun.
fucked upland.
You
It's
fucked
been
up
the
Upland.
biggest.
Although I hope that Cam Buckland won't be turning boring because obviously,
His jokes are gone.
his jokes are gone, his life is dead and empty, and there's no more humour here in High Rollers.
He's been
It's
branded
very serious.
humorless.
Humorless. he is now
Void.
he without lol.
Every time you tell a joke, your brand starts burning.
But it was so funny.
Thank you very much for joining us, guys. We don't have too many announcements this week, just to run through them quickly. I didn't make any notes. Next week, you are not here because you are at
Lame.
Boston.
Boston,
You're at
PAX
Boston.
East. Are you going to go see the live D&D game?
I want to.
Acquisitions Incorporated?
Whether my
With your new buddy, Chris Perkins?
We
You
go way
jealous?
back.
I'm
Are we-
so jealous. You did a very good job on Dice
Thank you.
Camera Action. It was very funny. I think
I had a
everyone
good
liked
time.
you. It was a good laugh. You
You
broke
can't-
the stream by getting naked, which I thought was the funniest timing
It's a
possible.
great timing.
That
yeah.
Chris Trot.
Just
Yeah, I had a really good time. And Chris Perkins.
yeah, great. Nobody does atmosphere quite like Chris. I
He
think. I think
fangirled
he
a
said it
little
well.
bit.
Yeah, no, I would have as well.
It's a good thing you can see below the waist. Let's just put it that way.
There
I wasn't
is.
wearing trousers.
I will link out the
VOD.
to the VOD of that special guest stream that Trot did with the Dice Camera Action guys, so you can check that out. And you were at PAX East next week.
And the week after.
Week after that, me and Chris are at Insomnia Scotland.
So
if you want tickets to Insomnia Scotland, if you're Scottish, then go to the
If
multiplayer
you're
website.
Scottish.
have to be Scottish.
you don't have to be
if you're in
Scottish.
the local area
If you're in the
and
north of
you're
England,
not used to being able to come to conventions because they don't often come up to Scotland.
I thought
Then-
there was only dire wolves in the north of England.
yeah, it's
There
true.
is.
And a big wall.
Yep.
Is that
So-
still there?
Come to Insomnia Scotland.
Katie's like desperately like, go on, Scotland.
So
Trying
that
to get it
means
out.
I'm out next week.
Katie's out.
So
I'm
we
out the
have
week
a
after,
guest
but
next
I'm
week.
also out the week after that because I'm also going home while I'm in Scotland.
Let's summarise.
Right,
Mark.
so let's summarise. So next week we have no Trot. Kath will be joining us as a
Yes.
guest. So we're going to have Kath Cast come and join us for a guest for that week. The week after that, there will probably be no stream because you will be away, and that's kind of a good opportunity for us to have a quick little break and me to prep stuff and have an actual weekend. And then after that, you won't be here.
But the rest of
But
us
you will, and we'll probably bring Kath back because I normally like to kind of make sure that he follows up on his session. So, and then it should be back to normal after that.
We'll tweet it.
It'll be fine.
It's
But yeah, so there's a
fine.
bit of a disruption in terms of that. I think that is it. Quick shout out to Battle Bards for doing music. You just heard my favourite song of theirs, Halfling Camp. It's literally my favourite song.
Stuck
It's amazing.
forever.
And yeah, I think we haven't had anybody else reach out for us for sponsorship, but if you're Dwarven Forge, let me know.
Forge hint, or Wormwood Gaming.
Or what would
Shameless.
shameless shills.
Or Wild Banger.
Any or what bag- yeah, your favourite leggings.
Are we
company
just naming people here
Yeah.
that
that we want
things that we love.
us to say?
I could really do with a new chair for my office at home. So if anyone's got any
No, that
sweet
doesn't
gaming
count. You're going to
chairs,
be able to use it here.
oh, I'll bring it in. I'll bring it in.
She'll wheel it in
Wheel it in.
every time,
Oh,
every
yeah, I'll
week.
wheel it in.
Anything to announce? No. When is Kim's next Pokemon TCG coming out, Matt?
Tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
It's with You.
with me and
You
Duncan.
and Duncan. It is honestly
very funny.
The intro is too funny. Like,
The whole
it's
just the
almost
whole
too
live
funny.
action bit at the start
Yeah.
is one of the
Yeah.
funniest videos I've
So
seen.
so
for
make
your
sure
channel.
if you don't know, because there's a little bit of live action stuff at the end of the last episode.
Yes.
So if you missed it, if you didn't watch to the end, because my God, you'll have missed something. So go
My
back to
God.
the last episode, check the end.
Also, I've seen the clip with your bit. Fucking
yeah,
is
your
super
bit is
good
like
as well.
unbelievable.
Genuinely, lots of fun.
That's not the same episode, though. That's the next
No,
one.
that's the next
one.
like
Next,
challenger.
Next challenger, yeah. Right. So, anything for any more? Any more for any more?
I have a writ.
You did. I made this
did you
last.
tea stain that?
No, this
Oh.
is like paper I bought. I made this while I was watching catching up on Critical Role last night. It's really crap, but I thought it'd be
You
quite
should have
nice.
tea stained it.
No,
and
well,
then,
I
like, I don't know.
Do you want me to
I
spill?
bought this parchment just so I don't have to tea stain.
But that's what I used
There you
to
go.
do.
So you can shove that in your
And set
pocket.
fire to
Set
the
fire to the
outside a little
edges.
bit. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Am I in a room full of people who used to do that?
No.
Oh my God, I'm not alone anymore.
Kim, I
Can't
did
do
that
that.
for lark. Like I made like posters to put up around to advertise my PI.
I used to do that
Yeah.
for props
It's
and
amazing.
drama.
But
Yeah,
it
so
also
acting.
is a bit of a ball ache, so no, I
It's-
didn't do it
yeah.
last night. Let's jump back into the game. Quick recap of last week's actions. The party was still in the village of Faden,
What's funny, Mark?
where
We were trying to leave.
they were trying to leave, and they were questioning Dmitriev about certain things, and they'd hired some horses ready to make the trip to Talisval. In order to secure some extra gold, Cam decided to take Dmitriev back to his shop, and had used a charm spell on him to calm him down and stop him to stop him being paranoid about the broken sky being after him. After the spell wore off after an hour, Dmitriev became aware he was charmed, assumed that Cam was some sort of broken sky agent who had used magic on him to try and trick him, fled into his shop and locked the door. Cam tried to smoke him out.
tried to run away.
You
Smoke
tried
him
to, no, you
out.
tried to run away. You threw a dagger at him first. That's true. You got him in the leg. You spoke to him as he crawled into his shop and shut the door. Then you tried to smoke him out, hoping that he would flee.
Sensible.
Unknown to Cam, Dmitriev had a steely resolve, represented by a very high roll, in my case, for his wisdom save, where he was just like, no, you're a broken skull, I'm not going to trust you, and then rolled a very poor roll on his ability to not be passed out by smoke, because there was lots of oil and flammable objects in the shop that caught fire, and generally it all went quite wrong, resulting in a dead Dmitriev, and Cam feeling very responsible. And the guy, and also like when you announce that you killed him, the guard's going, hang on a minute, that means you're under arrest. Long story short, eventually it was determined that he would be basically banned from ever attending to Faden, branded with a certain mark that proves that shows that he has killed a man, though through potentially not his intended actions, which will reflect badly on him if he's ever caught again for crime. And the group then made their way to Talisval finally. The journey there was uneventful apart from some rather unpleasant night times for Cam, involving some nightmares and messages from Avandra, his goddess, who has decreed that he no longer has her favour and that good fortune will not be with him. To explain what that means,
Oh.
you know the feat Lucky. It's a feat in the player's handbook. It allows you 3 times a day to choose to re-roll any one of your dice. So you can re-roll an ability check, a saving throw, an attack roll, or even force an enemy to re-roll their attack roll against you. Until you regain favour, you are unlucky, which means I get to choose when to re-roll some of your dice. So
Oh.
3 times a day, I can re-roll 3 of your rolls, or I can force you to re-roll against the monster. Until you get that favour.
Thanks, Vandra.
That's, well,
Thanks, Avandra.
goddess of luck. You do not have her favour. You are in ill favour with her, so you are unlucky for this purpose.
Yay.
I might use some of those 3 times a day to do other things, like, you know, certain things happen that you have no control over.
So
and
when
will
I'm
waste
trying
your
to
abilities.
spare Juto from dying,
I could.
are you doing an unlucky roll?
Maybe.
You bastard.
We'll see.
Maybe you should have killed a man.
So that is currently what's going on with Cam. Now, the group did arrive in Talisval, this big metropolis city, and they received a lot of information. It's probably worth checking out the recap because there was a lot of stuff that happened. They got descriptions of the city, they learnt a lot about Korak, they learnt a lot about Juto, there was loads of backstory and information. But one thing that they did find out is that, first of all, tieflings, a couple of 3 tieflings had gone missing, and they were warned. the guards
And the
warned the group.
loveliest guard
Merrick
Merrick.
Wangel, the gnome city watch officer investigating it, happened to bump into the party when inquiring about one of these missing tieflings at the tavern they are staying at, called the Duck and Porter. But after all that big recap, we will have a slight flashback, because whilst you were all talking with Merrick, a certain drow warlock amongst the party, Trelemar Alith, communicated with a voice in his head. A voice he's not heard in several days, but finally, when you sit down to commune, you begin to hear the soft rumblings. You close your eyes, and in your meditative state, you appear as if standing on a great endless ocean in an inky black sky. Kind of like an ocean at night time, where the water reflects the darkness and the stars above, and you are actually standing on the water itself. You see the shadowed, hooded figure that you know to be your patron, the one who's given you these mysterious powers of yours. And the deep rumbling voice just kind of echoes, and he's just like, "You have arrived at the city, Trelemar, but it has taken you long. Why?"
My path was blocked by many unforeseen events.
These events concern those that you travel with. You have placed them before your goals. Why?
I don't think I've been placing them before my goals. I've been using them as a way to help me get to my goals, if anything. I've found that having their help has assisted me greatly.
Good. You must be as cold as the night sky if you are to survive in this world. But your mission, the first part of it at least, really begins now. Buried deep in the grave that this city once was, close to the birthplace of your people, is an ancient tomb. Older than the city itself, older than the comet which caused such destruction for these people. It is a temple, Trelemar, a temple to me, and my name long forgotten by those who reside on the surface. Inside is a relic, a mask of power, arcane power. It is yours if you can claim it, and when you wear it, it will guide you on the next portion of your mission. I must warn you, though. The temple requires you to travel through something called the Garden of Stone, where a powerful being reigns. You must be ready before facing this trial. It will be the greatest foe you have faced yet. The Star Dragon I gave you will be the key to unlocking the temple. It will guide you when you are ready, when you desire it to lead you there. And the night sky just begins to crumble away, and you feel the presence dissipate from your mind, and you start hearing the sounds of the tavern. You hear this nervous gnome, oh right, well, thanks very much, and then you kind of hear the door being shut, and your companions coming back to sit down.
Shang is a tiefling we have to save.
Tiefling?
Yes.
What about Tiefling?
Didn't you hear?
Shang.
All that?
Sorry, I was miles away.
Shang, there's been 3.
Why do you want to save him?
No reason.
Sheng, Lao, and Li, the missing tieflings. I'll be honest, I don't know what to do. I am confused. We all came to this city for different reasons, and this tiefling business has thrown me. My initial instinct is to help them, but I must profess I am a loss as to how. I've never been in a city so large, and I do not know where to begin.
I think whatever we do, we need to make sure that you are safe.
Yeah,
We
true.
don't need to add a 4th tiefling to that list.
Maybe there's something we can do to hide your appearance. So that you are less, don't stand out as much. It's the eyes,
So
mostly.
they don't target you.
Yeah. Like a big hood. Like really big.
Maybe some smoked glasses.
Yes. Some glass that's been frosted or darkened in some way.
She just walks about and bangs into walls. She can't see a thing.
Tail swishing behind you as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my tail and just like tap Cat on the shoulder.
You can pretend to be blind. A blind
Juto's red skin glistens in the sunlight pouring through the window frame. Her tail just tapping you lightly on the shoulder. Her
be an
blunted
elaborate
horn sticking out of her
disguise.
I'm
black-
doing the weird
black
smile
hair.
again.
I hate that thing. I mean, Talisval, it's got crazy shops. We'll find something. So maybe that should be our first stop. And then we can go...
What if your performance?
yes, my writ.
It's all crumpled up. It smells quite stale. There are burns around it.
The Guild of Masons of Talisval entitles the bearer of this writ to perform at the Feast of Stone in the capital city of Talisval on the 6th half moon of spring in the year of 1346 LF. Signed, Kirkwall Deepstone. That's tomorrow.
Yep. It's tomorrow evening. You know, just from what the Bucklins were discussing, there are 8 feasts throughout the year in Talisval, one for each of the major guilds. These events are they are some of the most eloquent and they are the big society events of the city.
The ultimate shoulder rubbing.
They are all about shoulder rubbing. They are for the guilds themselves, the highest ranking officers, their guests, as well as governmental officials. You know that Korak's going to be there, for example. This is a chance for the Masons Guild to really make an impression on the champion and the other council members. So it's a very high-class event. Pretty much all of the minor artisans, all the minor guild members have a separate event that's normally a street party. The actual Feast of Stone within the guild hall is only for the highest ranking members of the guild. To get in, you need an invitation, or you need to be of note, like invited as a guest. It also requires obviously fancy garb. This is a proper suits and dresses event. It is not something you can just attend if you want to.
Let's go shopping.
I blurb all of that to you guys because I'm very excited, almost stumbling over my words, explaining this event to you. We need garbs.
Well, maybe we should go and find out if there's anything you need to do to prepare for that. Maybe you should go ask the government if there's
Yep,
anything.
you know that there's this. Well, you were pointed towards the central
building,
area.
yeah.
Yep, the guild
central
quarter.
area. The
Don't you
guild
need to
quarter.
go
I need to
speak-
go there too because I've got a letter that I need to give to Korak. So maybe if we go and do that, we'll be prepared for whatever we need to do tomorrow.
I
and then
need to
we
kill
can-
Korak.
Can you hold off on that? Potentially.
You may speak to him, then I will kill him.
I need to perform
What
for
are you
him.
planning to do? Julia?
You may speak for him, you may perform for him, I will kill him.
Well, is it the slavery thing?
Yes,
I mean, fair enough. Are you going to do it in front of everybody?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay, can I get paid? And then I go see my Buckland family. They're all very happy.
Since you resurrected me, yes.
And then a year goes by.
No.
We're really in there with the...
My father has spoken to Korak many times. He's met him, and he said nothing bad about him. Could you
A devil has
thinking-
many disguises.
Could you be thinking about the wrong person? How do you know it was him?
Because I was his personal slave.
Have you?
You know
have
for
you seen
sure
him?
that it was Korak and not another Dragonborn?
It was the dragonborn in red and gold.
Did you know his name?
Korak.
Korak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe we need to discuss that instead of doing anything rash that
I
would
must-
get you killed.
I must profess, had I not made an error previously on our journey and had an experience in Arborea with Master Guan Yin, if we had arrived at this point and Korak was in front of me, I would have not hesitated to draw my blade and kill him. However, I have learnt from my folly in perhaps the most painful way possible, and Master Guan Yin advised me that there are other ways to perhaps attain my vengeance that need not result in bloodshed. She suggested investigation, she suggested shame. And I do feel that perhaps one day to your performance is not enough time for me to investigate another way of perhaps bringing down Korak.
How about my performance is part of your investigation? You could be part of the performance and gain backstage access.
I am not very good at performing.
You've got the fire, you've got the look, you've got the acrobatics. You can just do cartwheels behind me.
My
If what you're
martial arts
saying-
training is not for cheap tricks.
Yeah, but this is a way for you to get what you want. You want to get to Korak, right?
Yes.
Not anyone can go swanning into the main central place. You need a writ like this.
Why did you get a writ?
Because I'm pretty important.
I've
I didn't want
never-
to say anything, but I am actually royalty.
I've never seen you perform.
I obviously reserve it for the highest of caliber people. Royalty. I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying, society-wise, there's people with big mansions and stuff. I save it for them.
Can I roll a deception check on him saying that he was royalty?
You can do an insight check. I mean, I'm guessing, are you actually trying to convince that you are royalty, or like you're just kind of playing it up that you're important?
Yeah, I said I was royalty.
Yeah, so
But-
insight check.
7.
You kind of get this impression, it's like, he probably doesn't mean royal as in like a king, but comes across that he is important. You kind of believe that his body language is, he's coming across that he is perhaps important back where he's from, or his family. I mean, you know, from what Cam's told you in the past, the Buckland families are travelling performers, travelling merchants. They're not like bound to a kingdom, so you probably just expect he is important in the family somehow.
We're in pretty high demand. We always get asked to these things.
I'm just surprised that someone so important would be dressed so poorly.
It's pretty harsh. Really harsh. I dress down. I don't want everyone coming up to me like, we wouldn't get anything done if I had fans coming up to me all the time whilst we're killing scarecrows. Like, can I get your autograph? I'm like, hold on, let me defeat all these monsters like a hero, and then, yes, you can have an autograph. That would just get in the way, you know?
I'm just like, Jito's just narrowing her eyes.
This is a disguise.
Just like,
It's a pure disguise.
doesn't really understand humans enough to understand what's going on here, like if this is legit or not.
Yeah.
And also, I
Just
kind of don't
suspicious.
want to hear it. Like,
Trelemar disguises himself all the time. It's got some advantages.
confusing.
Slightly different.
It's confusing.
That's to aid our missions.
Yeah, and our missions would be hampered if we didn't have a flock of fans coming up to me all the time like, oh, Cam Buckland.
I won't lie, all of you confuse me.
Jito, if what you say is true and he was indeed definitely the person who enslaved you, then that is very worrying to me, as my people believe him to be nothing but good. So I can't just dismiss that claim. We need to find out if it's true.
I
we
agree.
need to properly spend time on this and not do anything rash. I need to speak to these important people anyway. Because of my spire.
I must admit, as I said, if we were as we were before, I would have killed him on sight. However, I understand now that if I were to do that, it would not expose him for the barbarian he is. So I believe we need to investigate and uncover the truth and show the whole world what a horrible dragonborn he is.
Do I know correct standing, how important he is, and like where he is?
Very much so. He is. So he holds no official power in the city. Instead, he has a title called the Champion. Now, the Champion is a somewhat of a ceremonial title, but because he is so well loved in the city, because he is seen as this big hero, it actually has some impact. If the Council of Guilds were ever to either not be able to reach an agreement, he has the deciding vote. Likewise, whilst he doesn't command the armies as such, he is seen as a military advisor for things like the guard, the armies, and he also oversees a lot of other things. He is generally quite important, kind of almost like a figurehead, like a king figurehead, where it is actually kind of like our queen, effectively.
Yeah.
Like, he is regarded very well. He obviously has his own guards. He has his own, forces. But yeah, he's generally regarded as the champion. Is his
Nice
official
house.
title.
Maybe,
A very nice house.
Maybe we shouldn't put you on stage. I worry that if you make eye contact with him whilst doing a performance, you might redirect that fire off stage.
I assure you, Cam Buckland, I will be in control.
You can be my costume changer. I've got to do quick changes in between performances. Strip down, suit up.
No.
You're nimble. No?
No.
Nope. That's enough.
Okay.
That's enough.
Should we
I kind
go
of-
to the guild quarter?
I hold up my claws and I'm like, you wish me to change you with these?
Let's rethink the whole thing. I don't even know what my performance is. I like to wing it. It's the improvisational Buckland way.
Miss Alora?
I think we should go to the guild quarter, find out what information we need for your performance. If we were to go to the guild quarter, do you think you would be able to control yourself? I'm just worried in case. I'm worried for your safety, Juto.
I may
Because
have
if
the
the
body
guards-
of a teenager, but I have the discipline of someone far more mature.
Okay.
I will not disgrace you, Miss Alora.
Well, I'm more worried about that one disgracing me, to be quite honest.
I would be too.
As I am here on very, very professional business for
Royal
my spire.
duty.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't
Me
want
too.
to. Okay.
Okay. Let's direct ourselves toward clothier or tailor on the way to both disguise Juto and also get me some fantastic garbs.
What is the time of day?
Right, you guys came straight here to this tavern. You got in around about 11. You dropped the horses off. It's probably about 1 p.m.
Okay.
How does Trell's cloak look? Was it repaired?
It was
It was
Yeah, it was
yeah.
repaired. Yeah, he got his Inverness
And
cape
you got some
repaired.
armour.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's now underneath the Inverness cape. You can see this black and dark brown studded leather armour, like in various parts, chest piece and various parts across his legs and arms.
Trell? You're dozing off again. Did you hear all of that?
I did.
What's your thoughts on the plan?
Well, I have no interest in anyone's involvement with Korak.
A tiny tear falls down Juto's neck.
For my opinion, Korak has done right by the Drows, but his position in your lives has nothing to do with me, and I have my own business to attend to in Talisval.
What is that exactly?
Well, we've been travelling for quite a while now, haven't we, the lot of us, and we've faced a lot of danger. You've been very
You've
kind
faced more
to...
danger than most, considering how much you've fallen over.
Well, yeah, you've
Thank
been very good to help heal me from the brink of death. I'm actually looking for...
I came from the afterlife to help you.
Yeah.
You came back from the beyond.
I did some stuff to help.
You felt me up.
It's true.
We romped.
Many times.
You have romped together
Yes.
Yeah.
many bouts.
But I am looking for a mask.
Okay.
We need one for Juto. That's perfect.
This is a very particular kind of mask.
What, one tailored
Okay.
to your face?
It's a very ancient artifact, buried somewhere beneath the city.
Oh,
That sounds like a quest on its own.
It does.
That's quite a big undertaking. Do you know where it is?
I don't, but Granomir does.
Interesting. I love your Granomir noise.
So, I suggest this. Seeing as the three of you all have business to attend to with Korak, I shall assist in any way that I can.
right.
Okay.
Are you good at performing on stage?
I'm a master of disguise. I
Oh,
could...
Granny Trell on stage.
Costume changes, we just need disguises. You're right.
Unfortunately, that doesn't apply to you. I can only disguise myself.
Well, good. You can... Oh, this is perfect. Anyway, carry on.
So, what I was going to say is, if I help you with your Korak situation, perhaps you would be kind enough to assist me with my mask.
Is it going to be dangerous?
Nah, it'd be fine.
I'm
Give me a
in.
deception check.
That'll be fine.
That's
Look in there.
15.
15. You
we
can
do
make an
it?
inside check.
Can we all do it?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
that?
Nah.
That was in that 19, 20, 21,
11.
24, 25.
11.
Oh shit!
That was
I
you.
don't want to read it.
You don't want it. Like, Elora's just like, you're pretty sure it's not going to be safe, but I don't think that's going to change your opinion on whether you help him or not. I'll put it that way. I don't know. I think.
I don't think it's going to be safe, and considering the amount of times that you've fallen over, I think you're going to need our help.
Well, if you would be kind enough to help me,
Oh.
that would be great.
Ancient structures,
Yeah.
crumbly rocks. Gotcha.
Yeah. Other
I-
than that,
I owe you a blood debt, Mr. Leith. I will assist you.
thank you.
I owe
Thanks,
the
Miss
world
Oreo.
right now, so.
I came and visited you in prison, so you owe me.
It's true.
This is true.
So, shall we go to a shop and find something appropriate?
Let me ask the barkeep. Barkeep,
You can see that the
It's just the
red
fox.
hair, the silver-haired
Bar.
dwarf with the expensive clothing and a feathered hat. She's been pottering around, like out of earshot. So you've been discussing things in private. As you kind of call out to her, she's like, "Oh," trots over and she's like, "Oh, how can I help?"
we are new in town, and
Yes.
I'm actually invited.
It's like flashing around like a diplomatic pass. You're like, "Oh, look at me, look at me." A writ to the Masons Guild.
So,
Oh, so you'll be performing at the Feast of Stone.
correct.
Oh.
And obviously, I will need attire of such
Oh,
caliber.
nice. Well, I mean, if you're a performer, I suppose that they'll just have you in whatever costume, I suppose.
I don't think
Well,
she was Scottish.
I also will be attending.
I don't think so. 'cause
She
I think
is
I
now, damn
She is
it!
now.
would have noticed.
You've changed.
Yes, you were Irish last time.
Was it Irish?
Yeah, 'cause I remember thinking.
They're all
I
the
forgot,
same.
I forgot to write it down, which I normally do.
I will also be attending the feast,
Oh, right.
not just performing.
Oh, well, in that case you will, dear, yes.
What?
Yes?
You've changed again.
No. You're mad. You're mad.
You're like
I've had a
totally ruining my immersion right now.
Shut up.
I've had a rough day.
Don't antagonize the
I'm
DM.
sorry, I
Good luck.
apologize.
Deception check. She's broken sky into sky.
Ah, nice.
It's the Mitra from the grave.
Look, I need fancy garbs. Where do I go?
Ooh, well,
I assume nowhere in Journeyman's Run.
There's
she's
an
not going to have
expensive
any
place.
accent now, alright? You've ruined my fun. There's no
Sorry.
accent.
Just
Bring the
go for
Irish
it,
back.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Now I'm going
No, he's got to think about
I've
it.
got to think about it. I do have to think about it, yes.
That's it there.
There you
There's
go.
someone.
And, but she was a bit higher because she's obviously a woman, so... well... let's see, fancy gloves. Well, Journeyman's Run is mainly for people who are trying to get their businesses started. So you do get a lot of independent clothiers and tailors here who might have new ideas and new fashions. If you want something a bit more traditional, you'll need to go to Dawn Square.
That's the expensive place.
Yes. I mean, I don't know much about fashion myself, I'm afraid, dear.
The independent clothiers here. Where are they?
Oh, they're all around. The Journeyman's Run is a mess of little stands and stalls and everything else.
Anything just outside the Duck and Porter?
No. You'll have to go and search, I'm afraid, dear.
Thank you. I'll ask a fox. I'm gonna walk over to the fox and
Looks
just
up
do
at you.
some mocking gestures of like pretend
Its little
conversation.
nose wiggles a little bit,
Do you know where it is?
and then it lets its head down and goes to sleep again. It ignores you.
As useful. Wonderful. We need to find. There's somewhere in Journeyman's Run independent clothiers and tailors. We'll find something. I don't think Juto should go out in public.
Well, we can't leave her behind. It's
The-
daytime.
The
We're going as a group.
officer
She's coming
mentioned
with
these people were my people were disappearing at night.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
so we've
1
got
p.m.
the day.
So
And I
we,
assure you, I can handle myself.
I know.
he said not to go alone. They were probably alone as well.
All right. Well, stay close.
So
Don't let any of you lose sight of her.
Okay.
Let's go find a stall.
So you're going to go head out into Journeyman's Run and try and find a decent-looking tailor or something that
It's
can
got some
provide
very
you
cool-looking garbs.
cool, interesting garbs. Okay, so you guys make your way out from the Duck and Porter. You head down the little stone steps. It's actually in a little alleyway, and you can see that the crowds, now that it's getting to midday, are grown even busier. It is literally packed. Think super busy central London on a Saturday of a bank holiday weekend. It's just like rammed, and you're kind of shuffling along with the crowd.
Okay. We're chaining. Everyone grab the person's behind you's belt. In front of you's belt. Just grab something.
Who's going in behind me?
I'll go behind you.
I put my
Grab
tail
his
in your hand.
You hold on to it. And then you guys are going, okay. So, you do manage to stay
Gingerly,
together.
like.
Yeah, you manage to stay together. You don't get pulled apart necessarily, it's just busy, it's very hard to see stuff. And again, the sights and smells and sounds of the city do at some point overwhelm you. Strong, just a wash of bodies, you get a whiff of perfume, then the stench of a manual labour, sweat, it just all mixes and muddles together. The smells of fresh baked food, smells of incense and spices all kind of merge together into this absolute cauldron of culture. It takes you a while to find something. You do find the occasional little stand here with a few garments, but it's not really what you're looking for.
Fancier.
Eventually, after maybe say about 40 minutes or so of kind of wandering the streets, you see just tucked just off to the side on a shop along one of the main runs, but with just a tiny sign on a door and not much to it, a very small, slim, tall building, something called the Unicorn's Patch. And you can see it has like a small thread and bobbin painted onto it, and you decide to give that a go. And when you open the door, a painted green door with this little sign with a unicorn's head and then the thread and bobbin tucked into it like a small crest, you open it up and you enter into a very brightly coloured, like purple silks hanging from the ceilings, rows of tailor's dummies with very interesting and elaborate cloth, high-collared, long coats, frilled sleeves, very unique and unusual, the clothes that you haven't seen the rest of the citizens really wearing. And as you enter, there is a man who is an elven man, a very dusky kind of autumny, golden kind of coloured skin, long dark hair with silver beads and tied into braids with small gemstones. He's wearing a very rich looking suit with a vest, but the sleeves rolled up on a shirt. It's pink and white striped vest with matching kind of trousers and things like that. He has a small necklace with jewellery on it, and he's currently measuring up a young lady who's getting fitted for a dress. He doesn't notice you at first. He's just like, please, wait by the door while I finish this fitting. And he seems to just be, and then he waves his hand, and you can see a little notebook float up. He kind of, and a little quill kind of scribbles in it with magic, and he knocks it over to the side. He's like, "Oh, there you go, dear. I've taken your measurements. I will have it ready in a few days. You know, be gone from everyone's sight." And she just kind of like, oh, and then so she walks past you. She kind of gives you all a very suspicious look, especially you two. She kind of is like, oh, and she seems quite nice, and then she's like, and then walks out the door.
Oh God, no!
Down.
Just follow her.
And then she kind of she follows
door.
you back, and then a little wave, and then she trots off down into the
I rub my
Nipple?
mithril armor.
Oh, I see. Now that is very fabulous looking armour, my boy.
Thank you.
And you see this man, he's turned around to you now. He has very sharp features, but very handsome and elegant. He's just like, hello, and welcome to the Unicorn's Patch. I am Enoran Swiftwind. How may I help you?
Well,
Oh God, he's got a writ out again.
oops.
Now this is quite unusual. What a merry little band you have here. Dark elf, moon of Spire of the Moon, if I'm not mistaken. Tiefling. Oh, what a beautiful little child. And then a travelling human man. How pleasant. How may I help?
I am performing here.
It's upside down, dear. Oh, the Guild of Masons, the Feast of Stone. Well, a little performer do we have. Marvellous.
Yes. And obviously I will need garbs of such high quality that I will make such an impression, and I think maybe you could just about do that.
Please. Enoran Swiftwind does not just satisfy your base needs, my dear boy. This is a city of culture, it is a city of fabulousness, and if you wish to make an impression, you need Enoran. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not sure it's really that on the edge of fashion enough. I think some of these designs I'm looking at here, they're getting a bit stale. Have you got anything new?
His hands go on his hips, and he just shoots you this sassiest look you've ever seen. I'm just like, please? You do not know what you're speaking of, but yes, I do. I will even make custom works to order if you have the coin. Now, I'm assuming that you need them for all four of you?
Well,
I want to just go and like start like feeling the like nice.
Don't
silks.
touch anything.
Like, you feel like the silks, it's gorgeous with slight embroidery. He's like, oh, you have such a good eye. This is a lovely piece, especially for a lady like yourself. Compliments your nice blue tones. Very nice.
I'm like in a corner, just poking a dress with my tail, just really suspiciously. Like,
You know, I have never made dresses with tails involved before, but that I like the challenge. It satisfies me.
we have requests and demands that are very specific that only the best tailor could ever accommodate for. So, note these down, if you will, on your magical quill.
He raises his hand. Those of you with arcane knowledge know he's just using the mage hand cantrip, but he like, his little pocketbook flies over to him. He's like, proceed.
I mean, there is a very high-end tailor in the stacks that I've also gone to, so I'm hoping that you will do better than him.
Give me a deception check. Disadvantage because you think the stacks are somewhere to go for tailoring. You've not remembered what I told you about the stacks at all.
That's where you go for blacksmith.
It's like the low poor area.
18.
18, okay. It's just like the stacks.
Up and coming, up and coming. Up and coming.
Very well. Proceed.
So yes, for me, myself, I have to blow the minds of everyone in the vicinity. I have to look the best. I'm performing on stage. I need to be nimble, acrobatic. I need to be spicy. Beautiful.
Faint
Sharp.
scratching. Sharp.
Sophisticated. Loose.
You can, as you're saying these words, you can see his eyes kind of glancing over you, and you are triggering something in his mind. Like, he's definitely thinking, and he's like, you see him nod at a few of the words that you say, like, this is sketchy. You can almost see, like, he's almost doing small sketches as well now.
Now, each of the...
And Ryan is going to stop you there, because one thing that we must discuss is price.
I'm very limited on time. I've got a few other clients lined up, but carry on.
As do I, sir. Now, it depends on the kind of impression you want to make. If you wish to spend not much, I can do this. You may have something off these racks. If you wish for something a little fancier, perhaps some slight adjustments to my nicer pieces, I can do this. If you want something completely custom, that is quite a lot of coin. We are talking about, and I will tell you now, once I look it up in my little book.
I respect that. Can't your little magic mage hand do that?
Shut up. So, how much money do you wish to spend?
Oh, we've got platinum for days. Just hit us with a figure.
Okay, very well. If you want my finest works, 500 gold apiece. That is 500 for you, 500 for you, 500 for you, and 500 for you. Maybe 600 for him. He's very tall. I'm joking. 500 for him.
Right.
child's discount.
You are too tall. You count as adult for prices. He just seems like it seems to flip when he suits him, basically. But that would be my finest work. I can assure you it would make a very good impression on those in the Guild Quarter.
By the way, we have one day to fix these.
I like this challenge.
Which obviously the man in the stack said
no.
was more than capable of doing.
Can I just say, no, we don't have enough.
Well,
What is how much to platinum to gold? 10? Gold is 1 platinum?
We've got
Yeah.
1,000 golds worth of platinum.
Right.
you also have. You might have like
So you have 100
additional
platinum.
money from like.
1,500
gold.
gold.
Okay.
We have
I've got
1,500
5 gold.
I could do you something
Please,
which
let's
will
not
have some impression. You won't stand out as the life of the party, but you will make a good impression. That'll cost you 200 gold per. If you wish for something very basic, 100 gold. Anything less than that, you will be a laughingstock. That's all I'm saying.
You think that clothes that you would sell would be a laughing stock?
On you, yes.
I'll just go to the stacks person then. I start to turn around and
Just
walk away.
as a general question, out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, can I not just disguise my clothes to
Yeah.
look fancy?
You could do, but the problem is you could copy something. If you try and create something, it's going to come down to what you can design and how well that might be received.
Okay.
So it'll become an actual check for you to make of what you think would
Soak
make a
in
good impression.
Some of these.
You can,
Yeah, that's what I was
but
thinking.
again,
It's
like
seasonal
you would have to be
products,
copying something. You wouldn't be getting something custom.
Yeah.
Which is what he seems to be suggesting is the only way to make a good impression. But yeah, you could just disguise your current clothes with disguise self and just make yourself look however you want. How well of an impression that has will come very much down to on how well you can create the illusion and how you design it. And obviously, for the rest of them, they don't necessarily have that option. So,
Alora, our travelling coin fund, you know, our bank is back elsewhere. What do we have on us right now? Without, speaking up too much.
when you kind of say to him about going to the stacks, he's just like, well, up and coming they may be, but they are not Enoran. Good day to you. I require.
Oh, you bust my balls, sir.
I promise you, if you pay for my good prices, you will make excellent impression. That's all I can promise you.
I don't see what's wrong with my current clothes.
Talisman's different.
Very cultural, very nice. I like it. It's very exotic. Not for premium event like this, I'm afraid, my dear.
We need to cover Juto's everything. Can you do that with clothing?
Oh, that is... Oh! That would be a disappointment. Look at this skin. It's so vibrant.
She's doing the thing again.
He kind of like looks away. He's like, on the features, they are so sharp and strong. He kind of like looks away from your face, like goes to like point to your arms. It's like so muscular and athletic. It would be a shame.
Have you heard of the tiefling? There's been tiefling
Please
problems.
stop this, small tiefling child. Please, no more smiling. Enoran does not approve of this. I will look at the human instead. Oh, it's foul.
Tiefling disappearances, we're concerned of them.
Oh, I've heard of these. Yes.
So you can see our concern.
I think I can do something. Perhaps we can disguise her as Genasi. Yes, red skin, fire elemental. I would have to hide the horns and the hair. The tail, oh, I don't know.
Just lop it off.
Perhaps
Does
a
it grow
long.
back? No.
Perhaps if we have long skirt, you can wrap this tail around your leg. Perhaps.
Like a harness type thing.
Perhaps. I think if she can wrap the tail around, I can hide it in a dress. And the horns we will hide with ribbon and hair and hood and things like that. And the red skin, I think we can pass as fire, Genasi.
She has purple skin.
You have purple skin, don't you?
Yeah.
Shit.
Makeup?
That would one way of doing it. Yeah, I forgot. Your dress is red. Purple skin, purple skin. Perhaps drowish, dark elf. I will do something. I will figure something out.
And obviously there'll be a bulk discount. It's not often that you have.
I will do you a very special discount. I have not offered this to anyone before. I am here in Journeyman's Run. My business is very good. My style is very appreciated by the upper classes. But so far I have not managed to make many sales. They are too stuck in their ways, very traditionalist. If you promote the Unicorn's Patch at the Feast of Stone, I will give you significant discount. I will do you my best designs for 250 gold each. And I am your sponsor for your show.
How about the first few designs are free? The fact that we are going to this in the first place, a place that not many can actually attend, rubbing shoulders with the highest of the city, just imagine what words could do to spread your shop.
Persuasion check.
Please roll high, please roll high.
That kind of communication is priceless. What was it? Persuasion? 12. It rolled over a natural 20.
You make a very convincing argument. I will do you this. 200 gold each, my best designs. You name me as a sponsor in your performance, and you can come back. I am your friend, shall we say, and perhaps if you need things in the future, Enoran can help provide.
I'll have to discuss this with my fellow companions.
Would this be for your custom designs?
Yes, this would be for my premium designs. I wish to make as good an impression as you, of course.
I think we'll only need 3. Trell is
Oh,
he's my
really?
butler. Yes.
Oh, this is very sad. I was looking forward to matching his tones. It's very, and he like looks, he's like very muscular. He like touches your arm a little bit. It's like, yes, very good body.
I think we'll save that for the recurring business.
Very well. 3 designs, 200 gold, 600, my best work, and you name me as a sponsor.
And you make Juto different.
Yes, I believe I can do something.
And Alora will have to give her requirements to you. I have given mine.
Yes, I have yours. Do you wish anything, my dear? Anything in particular? Or you can allow me my creative freedom?
I would like a dress, but I would also like to somehow incorporate the moon spire into the design. You see, I am here on royal business from my spire, so I do want to represent my people.
Start sketching away ideas and things like that. It's like, I think I can make that work, yes.
Juto, anything about the whole dress?
Leave it with me. I will make this work.
I've never worn a dress.
This is... Oh yeah, I guess you haven't. You're right.
Just
It's the
getting
flowing
picture out
robes. They
again
look like
and
a
again.
skirt.
I will try and keep as much of this as I can in style and design.
I'm just like really silent. I am so far out my comfort zone. Tieflings, what? Like, clothes shop don't exist. I don't know what's going on.
Very well. Measurements now.
One
Payment.
final thing. Final thing.
Yep.
Just one more. This armor, as glorious as it is,
Fabulous.
I want to use it as a security blanket. I want these robes to be over the top.
Ooh. No. It cannot be done. This armor is far too bulky. It would make you look hideous. I can do it. I can design around having it over, but not as in under, but not over.
The armor under.
No, armor over what I design. I will factor it in so it works with this design. But no, I cannot do it so it hides it.
Let's go with...
You would need much. This armor is too bulky, too heavy.
I need long sleeves.
Long sleeves. Makes a note.
Thank you.
Right, measurements then. And he literally floats over a tape measure. If you don't fight him, he like takes your measurements like slowly.
Where's the gold?
You have to wait. There is like a small sofa that you have to. He takes your 600 gold. Heavy as it is. Comes over to you and gingerly takes your measurements, not ever quite sure what
God,
to do.
I'm so weirded out.
You're just like...
I have no idea what's going on.
He's like touching you like very delicately, like doesn't know
I'm
what
just
to
like,
do.
I don't know what-
You're not responding to like because you're awkward. He's being awkward about
Yeah,
it.
I'm just like...
So it's just like very very strange. It takes probably the whole bartering and then like measurements and discussing your designs and things probably takes another hour. Just like he sits down, he does an unseen servant appears. It literally looks like a shimmery, ghostly form of a humanoid. Brings out a platter of drinks like tea and small things, little things. While you're waiting and he's taking the measurements, this unseen servant drifts over and offers you things. But yeah, eventually he takes it. He's like, very well, and you need this for tomorrow evening. I will have to put everything else on hold. Pick it up from me 4 p.m. tomorrow, no earlier. I will not have it done before then.
I've got an idea. Your logo. If you incorporate that into the clothing, that's constant marketing.
I will try and work it in, but it might not necessarily work. Your design, easier, unicorn moon, very, very in right now. You, not so much, especially with the tiefling, the
Well, I
reds, the
think
purple
we can-
clash.
Word of mouth.
Word of
Be
mouth
sufficient for
would
this
be-
for this event, but then future clothing may incorporate it.
Also, while the teas and stuff are happening and other people are getting measured, I'm asking Alora how to hold certain things properly for
Okay.
the feast. I'm like, is it those 2 fingers or is it this one?
Not that one.
Okay.
Never that one.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Right, so eventually he's like, right, very well, pick up from me at 4 p.m. tomorrow. I will try and have the tieflings done earlier, but it is really difficult, obviously. I need time to build these designs.
Okay. Thank you.
It will take up no more of your time. Thank
It's
you.
a pleasure to do business with you. Enran Swiftwind of the Unicorn's Patch, always remember this, and I will see you tomorrow. And he just gestures you towards the door.
I walk out.
I am so confused right now.
Can we make
Trenor's just like, fucking these guys.
Can we make
Fancy
our way
guards.
towards the guild quarter?
So that's where you guys want to go now?
Yes.
My work here is
Yes.
done.
I'm so lost. I have no idea what's going on.
We're going
in
to talk
chains,
to
Me and
Formation.
Juto are like the
important
kids being like dragged around by the
Yeah. Like, literally, where's my
Right.
Game Boy? Like,
I'm on board! Did you eye up a garb that you can disguise?
Yeah. I'll think.
whatever.
You're shaking your head a lot as you say yeah.
Yeah.
I'll think of something.
Okay.
We'll go to the guild quarter and
Okay, so you guys head towards the guild quarter. Now, the way that Talis Val works, I described it last time, it's a large circle split into 6 districts with a smaller circle,
Yeah.
which is actually a large wall as well. Much older, crumbling wall. You can see it's very different to a lot of the architecture. As you make your way down Journeyman's Run, you eventually are led to another smaller gate, which is actually built into that smaller inner wall. And this is where you can see the security is slightly different. The city guards seem to all wear silver and blue uniforms. Now you see the guards with the silver and blue uniforms. Excuse me. But you also see guards wearing green and black uniforms. And they actually bear a symbol on them which you recognise meaning the Council of Guilds. You would know that these are the... I've got to remember the name for them. Which means I've got to freaking go through all my notes like a madman. You guys know that these are the Gilded Arms. The Gilded Arms is a private private bodyguard force. Specifically for the main 8 guilds of the city. Kind of think of it as a mercenary city watch that works alongside them as well. Security is much tighter here. You can actually see patrolling the walls outside, men armed with crossbows. You can see that there are large numbers of soldiers around, all equipped with well kept looking gear. As you approach the gate, one of these men in the green and black is like, "Hold, please. Please state your business here in the guild quarter."
can I show him the letter? I have this letter to deliver.
If you don't mind, madam, and he takes it off you. He reads through it. He just kind of reads through it. He's like, "Oh, my apologies for stopping you. I will need to send a runner ahead just to make sure that it's all right for you to enter.
That's
as this is
fine,
your first time here arriving. Afterwards, we will get you papers to allow you to enter freely into the guild quarter, my lady." But he's like, Sam. Pulls him over and he's like, "Right, run up to the..." He like whispers a bit. You can overhear it. He's basically saying, "Run up and make sure the party ready to receive this elven ambassador. She's royal, blah, 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 blah." And they send him off. What about the rest of you, I'm afraid?
My companion actually has a writ to perform here, and we were wondering if we could get some information about the
If
event.
you don't mind, sir. He takes it and just expects it. He's like, seems legitimate. Yes, well, for the Masons Guild specifically, you'll need to head to their guild hall. I'm sure one of their advisors there would be able to provide you with information on what's required. I'm afraid I don't know myself, but that will be handled by there. But it does allow you and any of your troop, I'm guessing this includes the
Performers.
two that you have there. Yes, but only within the guild hall itself. You won't be allowed to permit any of the other buildings.
Just need to rehearse.
Very well. Would you like an escort to the main building, milady?
Can my companions come with me?
Give me a persuasion check. Or say something if you want to say something.
They were present when this letter was written, and we were all asked to deliver it.
It's not usual, but I will allow it as long as you'll allow a guard regiment to
course.
come with you, just to make sure that. Obviously, we do have to be careful. There's a lot of powerful people in the government quarter, so in the guild quarter. But yes, would you like to head there first, or would you rather stop by the guild, the Masons Guild?
I think the letter is more important.
Very well. Eventually, the runner comes back, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, they're ready." And he's like, "All right, very well." He gestures over a few guards, and he's just like, "You just head straight down this way. The guards can lead you if you get lost, but it's the large building in front of you. You probably will need to speak with the administrative assistants, and they will actually book you in a time for you to speak with any important figures that you need to. At the same time, they'll ready papers for you as well, my Lady Galadel. And you are basically led there. The government quarter, or the guild quarter, sorry, feels very different to the rest of the city. There are no bustling crowds. This is very quiet. You are walking around a very refined area. You occasionally see very rich, wealthy-looking people, ranging from humans and dwarves and halflings and half-elves, all very richly dressed. They all seem to be in very important-looking discussions with each other, or they're busy writing away on parchment as they walk. Several of them have assistants with them who are carrying things or writing things for them, and they're all going about their business. You can see that there are 8 large buildings within the within the circle area inside, and then there is a large kind of central tower which you are being currently led to. There are smaller buildings as well, but they all seem to either be affiliated or attached to these 8 larger ones, which you assume to be the 8 large guild houses. You are taken through to the main tower, a large white ivory marble kind of colouring, it stretches up quite highly, but it does look heavily fortified. It looks probably like it was once a fortress that has been repurposed into governmental buildings. You can see that there are construction works going on to constantly repair it or extend it and add on different side buildings. You are led up a set of staircases which bypass a large fountain, in which you can see a large statue of a dragonborn warrior holding a sword up to the sky, and you can see what appears to be a rendition of Palor's light above him being suspended, and that seems to dominate this large courtyard. You're taken up the stairs and led into a large foyer, where there is again a lot of bustling people moving to and from. The guard regiment stands with you but doesn't really engage in any conversation. They kind of, when in these dark and green tabards, they're quite silent, they're quite stoic, they're constantly looking around, but they don't really engage in conversation. They seem very professional. At the foyer desk, you can see a young human woman who's just like, "Oh, hello, how may I help you?"
Hi, I am an ambassador from my elven spire.
"Oh, you're the ones that the guards mentioned. Yes, please, come in. Can I offer you a seat?" And then you can see there are chairs around for, it seems to be for waiting dignitaries and things like that. "Please, take a seat and we can discuss business if need be."
Thank you. Recently we have come across and reunited with the Spire of Eternal Autumn. We now know their whereabouts, and we basically wanted to make the capital aware of this, and that we are trying to connect with other spires. Is there
Yes.
any news that you have heard from anyone else?
I'm afraid that Athelard, who is acting as an envoy for many of the Elven Spires, he has been working diligently to track many of them down, but has not. The last I heard, he had gone off on some sort of mission to perhaps investigate some claims. He has not returned yet. He did say he would be away for a few weeks. We have not heard. This is the first news we have heard of it. I'm sure the champion and many of the Council of Guilds will be very pleased to hear this. Unfortunately, as you can tell, he's very busy running a city, and the champion and the council guildmasters might not necessarily be able to meet you at least for a few days. I'm sure the champion would want to make it a priority, but I'm afraid as she starts scanning through books, the earliest I could perhaps invite you to a meeting with him would be 2-3 days from now. I'm afraid that's the earliest I could make such an appointment. I can, however, the letter that you mentioned, what I will do is pass that on to our the scholars who handle our documentation, and we will mark the Longwood as obviously returning its rights to the Autumn Spire as it was agreed long before the Lightfall. And she kind of holds her hands up and she kind of looks up to the sky, kind of a symbolic gesture. A lot of people have superstitious talking about the Lightfall, and she just goes, "I will of course let them know that that is to be reclaimed by the elves, and it is no longer part of the Dawn Republic as such. We do hope that we can extend a hand of friendship and perhaps involve the elves in joining the Republic with us."
Yes, I do believe there is another on his way, Falk. He is a half-orc, a half-elf gentleman.
She starts taking notes.
He has been in talks, and he is friends with the Spire. He should be on his way here, and
Very well.
he is someone who is trustworthy to
Okay.
talk.
And you said his name is Falk?
Falk, yes.
And he's a half-orc? Is there anything more you can tell me about, just so I can give the guards advance warning that he is on his way?
He's
You know he's half elf. He's half orc,
He's
half elf.
half elf, half orc.
That's quite
he's-
unusual, is it?
He's got some like strange concoctions on a belt around him. He's an alchemist, you see. So he's quite distinct.
Very well. Yes.
Tends to be shirtless, actually. Maybe.
Shirtless. She
Yeah.
writes that down. She's like, well, that certainly gives me something I can leave with the guards to let them know. And you say he's another envoy from the Spire as well?
Yes.
Excellent. I will make sure that is marked down. Forgive me for asking. Are you the daughter of Athaladon?
Yes.
Of Galandadel. Oh, my apologies, milady. It's not often I deal with elven royalty. Your Athalard, who is the human envoy, he did say that he was expecting you. I believe something he knows your father or some such.
Yes, he does. He is a friend of my father. I was actually hoping to speak to him while I was here, but you said
Yes.
he has gone.
Yes, he was investigating. I'm afraid I don't know all the details. He doesn't tend to speak with many of us. He tends to sort of go off on his own. But he did say that he had discovered some information regarding perhaps the Winter Spire, and he'd gone off to investigate. But he wasn't sure. It seemed he mentioned something about it being quite a vague lead. He said he should return within a week or so. He's scheduled to return. So,
Okay.
and of course, while you stay, you are more than welcome to remain here in the Dawn in the guild quarter. We do have quarters for visiting ambassadors. If you'd like to remain here as well.
Would there be space for my companions to stay?
I'm afraid not, unfortunately. These rooms, normally we only expect a very small retinue of an ambassador and perhaps one assistant at a time. I could offer you a room for one more, perhaps, if you wish, but I'm sure that we can find suitable accommodations in Dawn Square for your companions if you required.
Potentially. We are staying at a tavern at the moment, the Duck Importer.
I think that's in Journeyman's Run, isn't it? Well, you are, of course, more than welcome to stay there, your companions, but if you did wish us to provide suitable accommodations in the Dawn Square, we could do.
That would be very helpful for us,
Right,
if
stay
you
on.
could.
Yes, most certainly. And you would want to stay here in the main tower?
I might stay with my companions if that was okay.
Of course, it's your decision, my lady.
You said Athalard had found a lead for the Winter Spire. Did you know what that was at all? Any
Oh.
vague direction that he...
I'm afraid not. As I said, he's quite a strange man. He does seem to keep to himself. I only know that much because he happened to mention it to a friend of mine who happens to work here in the building. He kind of mumbled it as he was leaving out the door. Perhaps something he left in his room might give some more information. I could have one of our guards search it and see if he left any information there.
That would be very useful.
Yes, of course.
If you do find out any information, then I would be glad to know.
Of course, my lady, of course.
My
Most
father is
certainly.
relying on me to report anything I know about these spires.
No, of course. Is your father heading to Talis Val or?
He doesn't have plans to.
Oh, I see.
But he's relying on me
Ah.
for now.
No, understandable. I only ask because I'm sure the champion would have liked to have seen him again. So she just kind of notes down. Would you like me to make an appointment with the council masters and the champion?
Please, yes. I think we should be staying for a few days.
So it would be in approximately 3 days' time, I think, if you wish to speak to all of them.
Okay. Yes, can we make that appointment? And then we have other business here anyway that we need to take care of. My companions are performing tomorrow.
Oh, well, in that case, you'll have the opportunity to speak to the champion there. If your companions are performing at the Feast of Stone, Korak himself will be attending. The master of the Masons Guild, Kirkwall Deepstone, will also be there, as well as will other important members of the Masons Guild. So you'll be able to speak to at least some of them there. But I will still arrange the appointment. It will be good to, just in case you don't have the time. I know these feasts can be quite busy social affairs, you see.
So would I need an invitation for this feast, or...?
Yes, you will, I'm afraid, my lady. Obviously, your presence here is quite noted, and I will let Kirkwall, Mr. Deepstone, I should say, I will let him know that you are here and you're interested in attending, and I'm sure that alone he'll send you an invitation. What I will do is, I can recommend, in terms of if you wish to stay at another tavern in the Dawn Quarter, I can arrange payment and we will have rooms set aside for you. Just looking down my list here. the Pegasus Lodge will probably be the best one for you to stay at.
Okay.
I will make sure that you have. I will. What I will do is I will have your invitation to the Feast of Stone sent to you. Is it just for yourself, or would you be bringing one of your companions with you, perhaps? I know some you mentioned they are performers, but I don't know if all of you are.
They're part of my act. I'm the lead.
Oh, I see. I see.
Trelmar, will you be performing with Mr. Buckland on this occasion?
I don't know, Mr. Buckland. Do you have need of my services?
We need to give the best performance, as you know, on our run. We need Granomir.
I think they will all be performing, so they should be included in his writ.
Very well. Yes. Well, I have an invitation to the formal event to you, milady.
That's very much appreciated. Thank you.
No, please. It is our pleasure to have somebody of real nature visiting Talisval.
I'm just a little bit awkward about it because I'm like, royal.
Madame Elora, I must hurry this. I have so much rehearsing to do.
Oh, of course, your rehearsals.
Yes.
Yes. Could you point us in the direction that we can go to find out about this performance and rehearsal space?
Of course, milady. I'll send for a carriage for you if you wish.
That would be great.
Yes, of course.
I do hope they have makeup.
I am sure they will. There are obviously other performers there. I'm sure that there will be some supplies. So, yes. You have kind of an awkward moment of sitting around waiting, but eventually you are led outside of the government building, down the steps, past the statue, where there is not quite a carriage, but it is a very well kept horse-drawn carriage, but without a top. It has like plush seating, dark wood. The wheels are very well kept. 2 large white stallions, all dressed in dressage, and you basically are offered it. The guards do offer you a hand and help you in. They don't really offer it to the rest of you.
I put my hand out.
Just looks.
Okay.
I'll just walk on.
Just like hoist up on.
Test the bounciness of the seat.
I mean, it's nice. It's very plush. It's very comfortable.
I put my legs up.
Yeah, you just like put them up on the side. You kind of rest them very dangerously close to Trellamar.
This is the
I'm
life.
His feet, like his muddy boots, are just like sat right next to you.
I'm just staring at the statue. Just staring at the statue of Korak.
Okay.
Just staring at it.
Okay. You're all currently sat down, and you can just see Juto like looking up at this statue.
Juto! Come on!
This is perfect. You get to...
She's currently like standing, looking up at the statue. You're currently sat up in this thing away from her. You'd actually have to call out to her.
I'll get out the carriage and go back to Juto.
Like, drag her away.
Juto, are you okay?
I'm fine. And I'll walk with you back to the carriage.
Okay,
Get in.
get back to the carriage.
The journey is short and swift. It
I
looks
want to
like
look to them when we're in the door and be like, guys, did I do okay? That's the first royal thing I've done on my own ever.
Pretty good.
Was it okay?
Pretty good.
Was it okay? Yeah?
You spoke like a princess.
I never usually do that, so that's good. Good.
Okay. So
Tro, could you move left a bit? My feet. I need a bit more room.
they stink. His feet stink.
Is that some sort of custom? Is that a yes? I'll take it as a yes.
That's swivel on those.
Oh.
The journey in the carriage is short and swift. You don't go very far. It's very comfortable. You are led to one of these 8 impressive-looking buildings. This one has some of the finest architecture and stone sculpture you have ever seen. Every facet of the building is carved with details. It's almost like a giant mural, bas relief. Every portion of it tells a different story. There's a large kind of the whole front is kind of shown to depict the Lightfall itself. You can see all different races working together to rebuild Talisval, all done in perfect relief. and it just looks impressive and amazing and mind-blowing. Outside are more of these guards. You can see it has a large stone wall with an iron fencing around it, but inside are beautifully kept gardens, all with different stone sculptures and stone benches, and just everything is pristinely built and kept. When you get outside, you present your letter and you present the writ, and the guards lead you inside, where you are met by a female halfling who wears a short vest. She seems to like trousers, tight boots. You can see on her belt she has a pocketbook and various implements and pouches. She's wearing spectacles and her hair pulled up into a high ponytail, round face. And she's just like, marvellous, marvellous. One of the other more performers here. Excellent. Who are you, sir? I always heard that you had a writ. Would you mind passing that to me, please? Thank you. She takes it off you.
Cam Buckland of the Buckland
Of the
family.
Bucklands! Ah, yes! We were waiting for you. I was told that there were 2 of you coming.
Oh, I've increased the performance. So
Oh!
There's now 3. There's
Right.
actually royalty amongst us today.
Oh, my apologies, milady. I didn't realise. Sorry, I'm not really used to dealing with royalty. I'm used to dealing with this lot.
It's okay. It's fine.
Sorry?
I'm just here to observe.
Oh, right, I see. Well, my apologies. Yes, so, Buckland, she takes out a little notebook.
I'm curious to see.
Excellent. Now, we've got everything set up for your
so much
singing and musical performance, so that's all good to go. Is there anything else that you require? I can take you to the performance area, let you have a look.
Is the stage fire resistant?
Fire resistant. Yes, it is. Yes.
Good.
What, stone. Yes.
That is all.
Excellent. And you're still going to be performing song and dance. Is that correct?
Yes, and a few surprises.
Oh, marvellous. Excellent. Well, let me take you through. Milady, you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. I can just show you around. Will you
The
be
finest
attending
of
the feast?
VIP seats, obviously.
Oh, I'm certain. Will you be attending?
I will be attending.
Well,
the feast.
please don't allow what its current state to mark on the event. We're still in the preparations phase at the moment. But yes, come through. She takes you through. You are led into a large foyer with a large stone staircase, kind of winding up towards a second floor. You can see that there are many rooms leading off. Dark wood paneling flooring, dark wood paneling on the walls, but with a beautifully carved stone floor. The archways are made of very delicate and beautifully carved stone as well, each detailed with all these individual little reliefs. You are led through a series of rooms, and it looks like she's taking you kind of through assistant quarters. Like you can see, like moving through, bookkeeping areas. You are moved through kind of a kitchen and a staff area. And you're eventually led down into a second floor. A basement area, kind of a level area, where you can see more rooms are split off. She's like, now, rehearse, so we have a space for you to get ready in, and she leads you to a corridor where you can see there are 3 rooms on one side. She goes to the furthest left one, opens it up, and inside there is a small dressing room, effectively. You can see a clothes rack, you can see a counter with various pots and glass vials and things like that. And chairs, and she's like, we'll make sure that we bring you food here just before the performance so you can eat and drink whatever you need.
Grapes, red, only, obviously.
She kind of looks around, she's like, well, can certainly have red grapes. Yep, can probably do that one. Makes a note.
Can I have dry water too?
Dry water?
You don't do that here in Talis?
No, I'm afraid I don't know if that's
Any other requests?
Is that a name for something else?
Gin.
Gin? Can definitely do gin.
Lots of gin.
A reasonable amount of gin before performance, obviously. You want to perform at your best, I'm guessing?
Yes, and thus I need a lot of gin.
Right, okay. Excellent. So, let me take you through, and she leads you down the corridor, and that you can see that leads into a side door, which opens out into a large auditorium. You can see the back half of which is a tiered seating with 2 boxes along the side, with a staircase that leads up to a large pair of double doors. Down at the bottom is a kind of semicircular area with a large stone square stage in the middle, and then large, beautiful tapestries and curtains behind it around the semicircle. 4 large stone and iron braziers prepped with wood and coals ready to be lit to warm it. And you can see that the seating itself all has beautiful, like, high-backed chairs with plush seating and furs and all that kind of things. So this is the main guild assembly room. This is where we'll be having the performance. This is your main stage area. These curtains do part, and there are small areas for storage of any props or anything you may need that could be brought out onto stage. But this large stone square area in the middle is the main performance space.
So I'm like kind of nervously at this point, taking it all in.
Uh-huh.
The other performers, what's the lineup?
Well, so currently the lineup is we have a bard, quite a well-known singer and performer. He plays the lute.
Well-known?
Called Fenwick.
Right.
Yes, no, he's quite popular here in Talis Val. He does a lot of the circuits around the higher taverns and establishments. We also have quite a rarity, 2 members of a travelling circus whose name I can't remember, 2 gnome acrobats who will be performing as well. Very exciting. They're quite a pair of characters, quite quiet surprisingly. Didn't expect that much for performers to be so quiet, but very interesting looking. And then yourself as the final.
Good.
Oh, sorry. I mistook. You're second, so it would be Fenwick, then yourself, and then the acrobat gnomes at the end.
Right. Okay. How long do I have on stage? I have a dynamic performance.
Well, each performance is currently scheduled for 30 minutes.
It's plenty.
Yes.
Thank you.
Excellent. So you're happy with second, no changes to the order or anything?
No.
Okay, excellent. So, that's it really. We'll need you here tomorrow. You'll need to be here early in the morning. We'll get you all ready and you can get prepared in the dressing room.
Can we use this space for rehearsing now?
Yes, if you wish to. Yes, I can leave you to it if you like.
We'll only need an hour. Thank you.
An hour or so?
Yes.
Yeah, no, certainly.
Thank you.
Would you like to remain here, Melanie? Obviously, you're friends, so I don't want to interrupt.
I am travelling and staying with them, so I'll just
Very well.
observe.
Very well. Well, I'll come back for you in an hour then.
Thank you.
Thank you. And she heads off around the door back into the dressing room area.
I smile as she walks away and then turn around. I'm fucked.
What?
I'm fucked.
Why?
I don't know how to perform.
What?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I did wonder.
Okay, alright. I'm coming clean. Fuck. This is big. The stage is so big.
It's massive. It's like, I think it's like a 30-foot, like huge 30-foot square, kind of 90-foot space.
The Buxtons, they gave me this as a gesture of goodwill, and to prove myself, I don't perform for the Bucklands. I usually steal stuff when other people perform. They're the distraction.
You said you were royalty.
Yes, I'm a royal thief.
So you've never performed?
Well, I do dagger stuff and
Yeah, you did a
So
bit of
you're
knife
trying
throwing.
to say
Knife
that
throwing.
your family travels around, and whilst they're busy getting people distracted with their marvellous performances, you just go around and steal their stuff.
Don't steal the Buckland stuff.
No. The people
The
who you perform.
establishment
Yeah.
that clearly has too much. The
And
Bucklands are on hard times.
Your family
very
are aware
dishonest.
you are stealing.
Wow.
Well,
You really are a fuckland, aren't you?
whoa. Hold up. Yes, I am, yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's on me. But, it's usually things that are royalty. No offense. High establishment people that don't need the extra coin, while the Bucklands
Stealing is
do.
wrong. It doesn't matter who you're stealing from.
It's just borrowing.
It's
We
not
give it back
borrowing.
with our performances.
But you said you
That's what
can't
they-
perform.
Well, they perform. The other Bucklands perform.
What did they used to perform?
Oh, we had acrobats like the gnomes that they just mentioned. We had fire
Singers.
breathers.
Singers.
We had singers. We had bards.
Dancing.
The lot. A lot of people came in.
Magicians.
Yeah, we had a lot.
So,
A
Mr.
full
Human,
circus act.
you are saying that in 24 hours
Yes,
we are to perform on this rather large stage
it's huge. Yeah.
with this rather large audience of the creme de la creme of Talis Val society,
Yes,
Korak the champion himself,
himself.
and you have surrounded yourself with a drow, a royal elf, a tiefling fighter, and you yourself cannot perform.
I can perform, but
And
not on
we-
stage.
We have 30 minutes on this stage.
Yes.
We're gonna need a montage!
Yes. I
You,
need.
sir, are a fool.
Well, I did watch a lot of the performances, so I'm sure we could cobble something together.
does anybody need to do? Because this is a perfect time to take a quick 5-minute break. If anybody needs bathroom, okay.
It'll end on me saying, "It'll be fine," with fire everywhere.
Right, in that case, we can take a quick 5-minute break. Just let people get drinks and go to the loo. We will be back shortly. And yeah,
Don't go anywhere.
don't go anywhere. Come right back. It's gonna be great.
Bye.
Now hear ye, oh you rascals, with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes won't be high.
Hey, he's the master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
Which heroes is when he's seeking faster, husband wants to lie.
He's slain many a villain, be it dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion.
And he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no fun in looking so as we run behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So let your rocks propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine.
A hero journeyed far and wide, but it riches, gold and magic. But he never found his true love song, and it made him sad and tired.
Mademoiselle was walking and he was shot as he was singing.
And I made a fair from over there with a bow and she was mine.
She apologized profusely, said she thought it was a quarrel. And she carried him to the nearest inn where she nursed him back to life.
Well, it fell in love directly, and she married him that night.
So the half they have, they can't lay up a song about their time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, we ain't here at the side. So lift your voice, rose and toast to the drunken friends of mine. Grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her from behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose and roll and toast to the drunken friends of mine. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her from behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose and roll and toast to the drunken friends of mine. Now hear ye, oh you rascals, with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes won't be high.
Hey, he's the master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
Which heroes is when he's seeking faster, husband wants to lie.
He's slain many a villain, be it dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion.
And he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. The world is full
magic, but he never found his true love sight, and it made him sad and tired.
Mademoiselle Marley was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
And I made a fan from over there with a bow and she was mine.
She apologized profusely, said she thought he was a quarrel, and she carried him to the nearest inn where she nursed him back to life.
Well, they fell in love directly, and she married him that night.
So the half they down, they cut me up a song about their time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, foul, here at the side. So lift your rose and toast to the drunken friends of mine. Grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her from behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose and toast to the drunken friends of mine. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her from behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose and toast to the drunken friends of mine.
Now hear you rascals with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes both beat high.
Hey, he's a master of concealment and an adept at disguise.
With years is when he's seeking faster, husband wants to lie.
He's slain many a villain, be it dragon, buff or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion,
And he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. The world is full of monsters, well, but they ain't here at the time. So lift your rose, propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine.
A hero journeyed far and wide, but it riches, gold and magic, but he never found his true love sight, and it made him sad and tired.
Mademoiselle Marley was walking, he was shot as he was singing.
And I made a fan from over there with a bow and she was mine.
She apologized profusely, said she thought he was a quarrel, and she carried him to the nearest inn where she nursed him back to life.
Well, they fell in love directly, and she married him that night.
So the half they down, they cut me up a song about their time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind. Hey, the world is full of monsters, foul, here at the side. So lift your rose and toast to the drunken friends of mine.
Welcome back. Hello. Thank you for coming back to High Rollers. We have tea, we have cake, we have beverages,
Cake.
and people have gone to the loo.
I like
Kim's-
cake. Have a Jack? No.
No,
All right.
well,
I like cake.
yeah, I drink the cake. Yeah,
Girls.
I would have known it then, but yeah, I don't get the cake thing. What were you
the
just doing?
pandan cake.
Someone's face swapped me and him for today.
Green.
It looks quite
Green
good.
screen.
I imagine. Yeah, it looks rather sick.
Look Kim's hair.
No, it just
Oh,
looks like
lovely.
normal hair.
I can see you with that red and black hair.
Yeah,
It's
shall I go for it?
disappointing.
Can you
This is
pass
like
these
you're
jelly
in
tots
bread.
over that way?
Jelly tots!
Oh,
We have so much bad food in
Right.
this room.
So, just before the break,
it's not many left.
we left you all
Kind of
standing in the guild assembly room, assembly hall for the guild of masons. And Cam had just revealed that he has no idea what he's doing and doesn't know what to do for this performance. Continue.
Okay, I've got it. It's fine, it's okay. Stop, calm down, Trell, it's fine. I come out on stage. I don't know what their lighting setup's like.
Stone braziers from the looks of things.
You can create fire, right? Okay, so you go around the perimeter and you light all the braziers on as I come out. That'd be cool as shit. Okay?
I'm just watching Mark's DM face going, how are they going to do this in terms of rolling?
No. This is Mark's face of like, are we going to genuinely spend another hour and a half planning a
This
fake
is
performance?
it. This is the
Okay.
performance. I come out, I introduce, I say, lords, ladies, gentlemen, this is your performance of the night. From the Buckland family, sponsored by Unicorns Patch. I need an assistant from the audience. And I look to Alora.
No.
And then I bring you up on stage.
No, I'm wearing a really fancy dress.
But this is
You're
going to be
probably
great.
gonna kill me.
No, it's fine.
What
Look
are
at my
you gonna
dagger
do?
skills.
No, you are not throwing daggers at me. No.
Please?
No.
This is a performance of a lifetime.
You're not
My
throwing
Buckland
daggers
family's
at
on the
me.
line. We've got to impress the champion.
Cab, you are not throwing daggers at me.
The Buckland family is a family of thieves.
No.
You just told me you've never performed and you want to throw daggers at me.
I can perform with daggers. Look. Let's throw a dagger.
I move
Do me a
in
red-
front
what are
of
you, what are you
Alora.
throwing at?
Oh, I'm throwing it at Granamit.
Oh, for fuck.
While he does this, I'm just stood in front of Alora, like, just staring at you, like...
I need this fucking dragon. You kill this dragon,
I'm
I
just-
will break your testicles.
In your head, you just get like hatred, don't like you, images of just like not nice.
Alright,
I'm gonna go up and scratch Granny's head.
And you get like,
Alora, you can trust
this
me.
pleases me.
When have I missed with my daggers?
A lot.
No.
Mhm.
In the heat of
Don't
battle.
like you, images of just like not nice.
Alright,
I'm gonna go up and scratch Granny's head.
And you get like,
Alora, you can trust
this
me.
pleases me.
When have I missed with my daggers?
A lot.
No.
Mhm.
In the heat of battle. We don't have the heat of battle, we just have the heat of the braziers on stage. It'll be fine. You just stand there, stand very, very still. I'll throw a few daggers at a board behind you, and then we put a curtain down. It's like I'm going to transform you, and you turn into a bear.
I'm wearing a fancy, fancy dress.
It does, you know it would merge with you.
It'll be
You
fine.
know your equipment. Yeah, this is what I'm saying to you. You would.
I know.
It's worth the dress going. And then the bear comes out, and it's
I'm
like,
here on important princess business.
I know,
I've
you'll
never
be
been
on
on
stage.
before.
All eyes will be on you.
Not for a good reason.
You'll be dodging daggers, it'll be amazing. And then you come out as a bear, and I say, oh, there's a bear on stage. Who on earth could wrestle the bear? And guess who flips on stage? Juto.
I'm a martial artist, not a wrestler.
Well, goddammit, improvise. Sorry about
I'd like to say, behind the scenes, when we were doing this, I said we should do a wrestling match. Just full on, like, reenact kind of The Undertaker, you know, like...
And all of those things, you would tell me stuff, and I'd be like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Because I had no knowledge.
Tables, ladders, and chairs match. Let's smash some things.
So you
Rock and
guys, you fake tussle. You do what we always do when we fight. You do some bear swipes. You dart around doing some flames at the audience, and it's like, whoa! And then Trell comes out. The bear goes backstage.
And then
Just that.
Trellemar.
You've got Granamir. Surely you've got a plan.
This is your plan.
I can perform something.
No, I need you. You, Trellemar,
Right.
Elise,
Okay.
to do the big
I'm
finale.
gonna join
Oh,
Mark in
I have
the
a
face
finale
panel.
for
Yeah?
you. Yeah. Your name, you'll be the talk of the town.
Yeah?
Honestly. You'll be the talk of the town.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
The Bucklands will go down in history for this performance.
Oh, most definitely.
I want everybody to talk about it.
Do I get paid for this performance?
No. Get paid with the rapturous applause that you're
Do
going
I
to
get
receive.
paid with coin?
You remember that there is payment, yeah?
No, we don't get paid.
What roll shall I make?
Insight check and a deception check from Cam.
Oh, God's sake! 6.
Oh, that's
And roll that properly.
10.
Yeah, still higher than 6. It doesn't.
Sorry. It's a performance of a lifetime.
No wonder you steal.
Exactly. And so, Trell, it's all on you, buddy. I mean, the wrestling and that's going to be... It's
I
all
have
fantastic.
to be present with important people. I
You go
can't.
back-
Can he roll persuasion checks on us?
No,
No,
no.
this is just a negotiation.
Inter-party stuff, unless it's like lying, him persuading you, Trot has to persuade you, as Cam, to do it.
As soon as the whole bear thing, you're not the final act. You just go on stage, I do the dagger thing, curtain, bear, wrestle. You can go backstage, turn back into Allura and come back out.
I just don't think it would be very appropriate.
Everyone will want to talk to you after that. And it's like, how was it done?
I can hear my father's voice just in my head
Well done,
saying,
Allura.
"No,
You've done it. You've made it on stage at Talis Val, in front of the champion.
no." I need to maintain a diplomatic relationship with people, and I am not going to manage to do that by taking
Imagine,
part
though.
in your
I'm
show.
going to bring Korak on stage.
Imagine, Miss Allura. I'm ignoring him.
I was gonna say, like,
The
what?
diplomatic sway you would have if people knew that you were a bear.
The power of the moon spire.
I'm not trying to scare people from
No,
my
but it
spy.
would
I'm
be
trying
very
to be
persuasive.
present.
You're a purple bear. You can be a wolf. Be something cool like a squirrel then.
It's going to be a bit small, isn't it, on such a big stage with so many people?
A deer.
Dolphin.
I can be a swimming thing now. There is no water.
I don't even know what a dolphin is.
Anyone around? Any employees of this stage?
You can go and find one if you need them.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
You run out. Yeah, you can find the halfling woman that you were speaking to earlier.
Excuse
Like,
me.
oh yeah, hello.
Excuse me. Do you have a huge tank of water?
No. Like how huge are you
Enough to
talking?
fit a huge mammal from the sea?
No, I'm afraid not. Why?
Any wizards, sorcerers?
No, well, unfortunately, after the Lightfall, so many of them have gone off, and the few that are remaining have such important business, I'm afraid. There might be some sorcerers or some such, but I don't know, I'm afraid.
Okay, never mind, thanks. I'll run back to the stage. We can't do the dolphin thing. That would have been cool, but there's no tanks. No, like, large water tanks.
Darn it.
So you'll have to be a land-based creature of brilliance. What's the coolest thing that you could be? A deer? An elegant, majestic stag? A whippet? A weasel? A badger?
I think I could be a giant weasel, actually. Make it more.
Naked Morat?
Hairless bear.
Wouldn't be purple. No, we looked at that and no.
You could transform into something that just exudes elegance of the Moonspire.
A peacock.
What would a Moonspire's chosen spiritual animal be?
An owl.
A wolf? A direwolf?
Probably a dire wolf.
Well, then be an elegant direwolf. And I will be like, my god, Allura Galanadel of the Moonspire, give it up! Champion of Korak, come on, clap your hands!
I could create some rings of fire for you to jump through.
This thing is
That's
something
pretty
so
cool.
ridiculous. Oh!
Don't worry, whatever you do, it's gonna be upstaged by Trell's performance anyway.
Why don't I see if I can get a seat on the edge so that I can slip in and out
Thank
of your
you.
performance?
That's what I want to hear. So we all good?
Dependent on my position.
If not, I'll get someone else from the audience up on stage.
And throw daggers at them.
I know your shape and your size. I know where the daggers need to not go.
Why don't you get Korak on a stage and throw daggers at him?
I thought about it, but I don't think if I missed, it would go down too well.
It would go down.
Whereas
well
if
for
I
you.
hit Alora, we can heal her. We need to win an audience with Korak. Not
We already
throw a
have
dagger
one
at his heart.
in 3 days.
Why don't
Potentially tonight. Tomorrow.
Why don't you do your dagger act and I will go on stage from the audience?
I start fist
Then I
pumping
won't
the air.
be associated.
This is gonna be perfect, guys. It's gonna be great. We don't even need to
Okay.
rehearse. Let's just do it on the night.
Okay.
Just follow me. I will do all the stage cues. You guys stay backstage. I will call you out apart from Laura, who I will call out from the audience. Perfect.
Okay.
Now we can mess about for 24 hours.
Yeah, so basically until 4 o'clock tomorrow, when you need to pick up your clothes,
Pick up the
your free
clothes.
time. What do you want to do?
Where do you want to go? What do you want to see in Talis Val?
Korak's dead hat, body in my hands.
Their own good life.
Beat a different fucking drum, Juto. Gee. Dead Korak, dead Korak. That's all you bang on about.
Fine, let's free some tieflings.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm down with that.
I wouldn't mind visiting a temple of Avandra.
Yeah,
We
you
can
try and
find
follow.
one if you would like.
But yes, the tiefling disappearances
Well,
we could help at least.
Whatever we do, we need to go as a group. So, do you want to go together and try and find a temple?
We could investigate your area. Or do you want to
Might
wait
need
for...
more than a day.
I think it would be probably best if we get your performance out of the way.
Don't slip up like that on stage, Trell.
Sorry, it's just such a big space, you know. It's
Yeah,
a bit
Secos
yeah, a bit nervous.
Pretty
you know.
daunting.
Yeah.
The
Let's get
stacks.
out. The stacks.
Stacks?
It is where Sheng was last seen,
Alright.
I think. No, he lived there.
Alright.
Do you want to find a temple?
There might be one in the stacks.
Can I find the nearest guard and ask them if there is?
Well,
a
I'm assuming you
temple?
guys leave the
Yes,
guild, the
leave
Masons
the-
Guild building. So you're escorted out eventually by the same half one.
Do I have my papers to get in and out now?
Yes, yeah, I forgot to say that the secretariat, the government building, would have given you something which shows that you can just basically, you are an ambassador, you don't have diplomatic immunity, but you can come and go into certain buildings as you need to. As long as you have your writ, which you are given back, you can come and go to this building, you can't go to anywhere else. And you are escorted here to and here and back with guards. You're allowed outside, and you want to ask a guard...
If there were any temples to Avandra.
He points you towards the... He points you towards Old Temple Way, which is where a lot of the old temples from the old city were, and many of them have been refurbished, but he cannot recall specifically if there is one to Avandra.
Okay. Old Temple Way, Cam.
Sounds like the right kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess we'll
And you want to
head
head there?
Yeah.
So it's worth keeping in mind that so far you've only really moved through one district and then you've had a carriage ride to other places. Going to Old Temple Way is quite far from the stacks. It takes you several hours to kind of move to and from the city. You probably won't have the opportunity to go to both. Well, you could, but it will be very late by the time you get to the stacks. It'll be like late evening time. So it's up to you what you guys want to do.
I can hold off. Go to the stacks. It's more important.
Okay.
Let's find this Shane
Okay.
person.
So you're gonna head towards the
Tiefling.
stacks. Okay, you guys make your way through the Dawn Square, through the Guild Quarter where you currently are, and you exit through a gatehouse into the stacks. The stacks is a district which it's busy, but it's not so much busy because it's full of as many people as Journeyman's Way. Rather, it is busy because everywhere is so cramped. It's all super tall buildings that all seem like tenement houses, just full of people, much poorer in terms of their living wage. Their clothes are much more basic. They wear, simple boots and basic clothes. You can see them trading for basic trade goods. But it's also full of a thick smell of blacksmith, of oil and metal being smelted, and coal and soot. It feels quite dirty moving around. You can almost kind of feel it clinging to your skin a little bit. You occasionally get the heavy, strong scent of a tannery, which is just vile, just wafting through the air. And yeah, it's very much a worker's place as you move through. You don't actually have any knowledge of where Sheng lived, so what would you like to do? You know, he was in the stacks.
Do I see, looking around, do I see any tieflings anywhere, or...?
No, you do not.
Okay, what are we nearest? Like, someone I can ask?
Yeah, I mean, there's the whole, I imagine the whole district is a large, it's loads of different series of streets, and there is almost always a shop, or a street vendor, or somebody around. Kind of, you know, there is always activity pretty much. So there are blacksmiths nearby, there are shops, there are tenement houses, there are small kind of little slightly open areas with little market stands set up, or food vendors, that sort of thing.
Hold on a minute. Sheng worked at the Duck and Porter.
Yep.
Lao worked at a blacksmith, and Lee worked at a jeweler's.
Yep,
so
and you know that
those
Lao
are
actually worked at a
the-
blacksmith in the stacks as
in the
well.
stacks. Okay. Is there a blacksmith around?
Yeah, there's one nearby.
Can I go in, please?
Yep, it's got it's called the Lion's Pick, and as you kind of go in there, you can see that there's a burly-looking man, large muscular arms, just pounding away. He's like, "Oh, how can I help you?"
Mr. Human, I am inquiring after some missing tieflings. Have you had a tiefling apprentice recently?
No, you must be thinking of
Bob.
switch between these bloody pages. You are thinking of the Laughing Blacksmith, probably Lao.
Thank you.
One of my competitors, far end of the stacks.
Thank you for your help.
Not a problem.
I leave.
Come back and bring business next time. I guess you're leaving out the door. Just
walking.
mutters to himself. You kind of follow the directions looking for this place called the Laughing Blacksmith, and eventually you come across it, and you can see it's quite run down, but it looks to be quite busy in terms of it's always got people kind of coming to and froing. It's an open area blacksmith, so it's actually the forge is not inside a building, it's kind of built into a portion of the wall, and it has like a small house next to it, but it's mainly everything's out. You can see racks of weapons and horseshoes and that sort of thing. And you can see an old, very grizzled human man, white hair, white beard. He's got an eye patch over one eye, a heavy sweat-stained shirt underneath a leather apron working vest. And you can see that he's actually, he's got numbers of scars and wounds all over his arms. He's just pounding away on some metal. He's absently minded, chatting with people that it seems to be customers buying horseshoes and nails and that sort of thing. He's like, who are you? What can I do? Tiefling.
Excuse me, sir. I believe that you had a tiefling apprentice called Lao.
Yeah, had Lao. Damn demon kins run off. Probably left me to do all this work by myself.
How long ago did he leave?
Scratches his head. What, 3-4 days now? Had that city watch little gnome fella come round asking me about him. But, put it this way. He's either been taken or he's decided something else. He seemed pretty happy here, so dunno.
If he has been taken, who has he been taken by?
I don't know.
Have you heard of any group that is unhappy with tieflings in this city?
Nope. Most people like him. They work hard. Lao is a good worker. Never told me of any trouble or anything like that. Never mentioned any debts. Didn't get involved with any of the thieves or anything like that. Good lad, really.
How long has Lao been working for you?
About 4 or 5 months. Starting to get good. Made his first blade the other week. First time I let him at it, the forge proper.
Did he mention where he came from?
Nope, rarely spoke about it. Didn't really speak much about his homeland, just said he didn't want to go back, wanted to learn how to learn a trade, make his way here in the city.
Did he have any friends or other tiefling acquaintances?
I think he knew one. Man named Sheng. Worked in a tavern. Used to go drink there sometimes with the coin he earned.
Another tiefling?
Yeah, think so. Saw him around a few times.
He's the other one.
Wow.
Just last time I saw him, he left here. He's heading home, making his way into one of the buildings. Went
Where-
missing.
Where does he live?
And he gives you vague directions. It's a tenement building, a few blocks effectively away from the Smiths.
On a side note, what do you think of Korak the Champion?
Korak, damn hero! Put this whole republic back together, built this beautiful city. Ah, what a hero.
Can't seem to be able to protect tieflings though, can he?
That's a big place. Lots of crime happens here, but they do their best.
Have abductions ever happened before in this city?
Abductions? Nope. Can't say I've heard of them.
Does it not worry you that
Not
tiefling-
beyond what you sometimes hear. A girl runs away there, a boy runs away there, and things like that. Suppose that could be, but not on a scale of being targeted by race or anything such.
Does it not concern you that 3 tieflings have gone missing?
Well, I didn't know there was 3. I only knew that Lao.
This Sheng guy is also gone.
It's worrying.
Is it?
Yeah. Don't like the idea of folks being snatched up in a city, even if it is. It's busy, but still worrying, friend.
How late does he work?
Oh, he used to stay quite late. He'd normally finish up cleaning, putting things away. Finish around, 8 p.m., and then he'd head home.
It's likely he was taken either en route to his home or at home. So let's go there.
Okay, thank you for your help.
No problem. Stay safe, you, young'un.
Yeah, we'll keep us safe.
Well,
I can keep myself
if you
safe.
find Lao, be good to have him back. He's a good worker.
Yeah, I don't think he's run away from your trade.
Well, I feel bad for thinking so now, but if others have gone missing, it's a worry.
We'll find him.
Thanks, fella. And kind of gives you a nod. It's like eye patch leaning over his grizzled face. Gives you like a little...
We'll get a discount if we bring him back.
If you can. Can't say I can do much. Repair a few blades here and there, but sure.
Got a few days that need sharpening.
I can do that.
All right. Thanks.
No problem.
They have chips. I like chips.
Cat got them.
Cat just came in and
Just bring in fries. Have you hidden them behind Granomir as well?
This
Yeah,
round
it does
smells
look like them.
amazing right now.
Just like
I know, right?
Granomir produces.
smells pretty good. He produces magic
So
powers.
magical.
Magic chips.
That blacksmith smelled like fries.
You do get a distinct waft from a street vendor of cut and fried potato. Potato.
Troll's been off.
It's just that's why he's just like there while they were
Just
talking,
munching
like,
chips.
nom, nom.
Yeah.
Either way, do you
They're
go?
wedges. There's more wedges.
Wedges.
I could go for some wedges.
Oh, I would like to
You guys.
take one of Trell's wedges. No, I'd like to go to where he said.
Okay, you
Lau-
follow his directions, and it leads you all to a large, tall buildings nestled between what appear to be 2 sets of offices, kind of for legal for like basically kind of like random businesses and things like that that don't really have a shop as such, but they need somewhere to work. And this large, tall, thin building is split into different floors. When you go inside the door, there is a small lobby, and you can see that there is, sat behind it, this old human woman. Like, there's a staircase leading up behind her. Hello? Are you looking to buy a room? She's like peering at you, like it looks like her vision's really crap.
We're looking for a friend.
Oh, okay.
Sheng. He stays here.
Lao.
Lao.
Ooh, tiefling boy.
Good start.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember him. Haven't seen him for a few days though.
When did you last see him?
Ooh.
What was he doing?
3 or 4 days ago now. He came home, I think.
He came home.
5 days ago. Came home.
Yes.
Last time I saw him.
You saw him here 5 days ago, and you didn't see him leave again.
No, saw him leave next morning.
Okay, so you saw him the next morning 4 days ago,
Yes.
and then you didn't see him return here.
No. Sometimes he stays out, though.
Right?
Does he say where he stays out?
No.
No?
No.
Nothing? No?
I just see him coming and going, dear.
So.
Can we check his room?
Ooh, don't know about that. How do I know you're not some thieves? Coming to steal.
I'm his sister.
Deception check. Do not try and bluff the old lady.
16.
16. Oh, didn't know he had any family. Oh, I suppose I can let you in then, but what about this lot?
We'll stay
They
here.
with you?
I need this one to help me.
I'll go with.
All right.
We'll
It's
keep
like
an
you can
eye
see her like
out
lean
down here
down,
now.
old bones creaking.
See if we
Picks
can
up
get any
like a
more
ring of
information out
keys.
of this wonderful lady.
Hands you over an iron key. This is on the 3rd floor, 5th room, on the far end.
Very youthful. Is it some sort of cream that you
Oh yes, you get it. An alchemist makes it for me.
apply? It's glowing.
Keeps the skin wrinkle free.
Beautiful.
Oh, you.
Alright.
Yeah, guys, head upstairs.
Yeah.
Are you asking us stuff?
I want to do a perception, like just looking around the street that the actual building's on.
Okay.
See if there's anything suspicious
Yeah.
looking
Perception or an investigation check. You can do it both here.
Yeah, why not?
20.
20.
6.
You, as you're like looking outside, I mean, it's very busy and there's constantly movement, but you see it's almost fortune and luck that sees it, but you just see something catch the sunlight in the cobblestone street, just glinting. And as you kind of head over to it, you can see what looks to be the tip of a needle that's broken off, like a, not quite like a sewing needle, but like a blowgun, like a needle that's broken off on one of the stones, and you just see the metal tip of it, just barely you saw it in the sunlight.
I very carefully pick it up.
You pick it up with your hand. Constitution saving throw.
No.
You-
I've got gloves on now.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Let me
It's in
have
my
a-
art.
Okay, right, yeah, no.
Nina Serena saves the day.
You pick it
Nina.
up, and there's you can smell, you bring it to you, and there is a smell of poison or something on there, some sort of substance that
Okay.
smells.
I'm going to be
But you
very,
don't know what
very
it is.
careful with it on my glove. Not touch any flesh at all.
Mhm.
And just go over and be like,
What's
look,
that?
found a
What-
thing.
What have we got?
It's poison.
Give me an
Don't touch
investigation
it.
check.
I think I'm wearing
Don't
gloves.
touch it.
I think I got gloves too, actually.
Everyone's got bloody gloves.
Thanks, Nina.
12. Because of your background, I would say actually you would still recognise this. Like, just the smell, and like actually as you investigate it, you've got gloves on, but you can kind of like,
smells like
you kind of
chips.
like look at
It smells like McDonald's.
The metals
chips.
had-
What?
it. The metal's been slightly oxidised and has slight coloration on it. It reminds you of the poisons that you get back in your homeland. Drow poison, which can render somebody unconscious.
Oh.
Let's go
That's,
potter around.
so
that
that's
house.
a
You
drow
guys head up and
produce.
you find on the 3rd floor
snap.
at the far end of the room,
Yeah.
you unlock the door into a very small looking room. It's basically just got a bed, a trunk, a small, place to put clothes and things like that, and that's about it really. It's very, very meagre.
Can I do a investigation? Investigation.
Investigation
Okay.
check? Yeah, you can.
Natural one.
You're not really sure what to look for. You're kind of just like, you're just like looking around.
I'm going to look around as well, but also ask you two a few questions.
Okay.
Duto, do you have a god? Natural 1.
You get
Why can't you find it? Where is it?
You get distracted
Where's
in
the room?
conversation. So carry on your conversation.
Do you have a god?
Sure glad they're investigating this room.
Before we go in
They're
and
taking a
investigate,
while.
because we're just looking at the door.
I believe there are gods, but I perhaps do not believe in one.
Oh my god.
I know there are many, but do you not have one that you
Yeah.
focus on for guidance?
No. I believe that if there was a god who fortuned us, then the things that I have seen and experienced would not have happened. People can be very cruel.
Well, so can the gods, but for good reason. For us to learn, develop, and grow. not do bad things. I've done bad things. And I'm paying for it now with my god. I was wondering if you knew anything.
Not really. Tieflings are spiritual, but I perhaps have turned my back on the gods. I respect them and I am aware of them, but I do not want them in my life.
Fair enough.
With your wands, by the way, you have a quick toss over of the room. You look around. You find a spare pair of clothes, a spare pair of boots. In the drawers and cabinets, you find a few things. You actually find a pouch. Actually, no, you wouldn't. It would have been. It's in a lock. There's a lock drawer as part of the desk that you don't have the key for.
Is there a pouch in it?
Could be a pouch in here.
You give it a shake. It does sound. You estimate it's probably where he stores his money, like it's money that he's saved up. There's a few bottles of mead, kind of like empty bottles with labels on them, and that's pretty much it.
Well, I can't see anything untoward.
What about the trunk?
Locked. Actually, no. That's where the spare clothes are.
Okay.
We suck at this. We really suck at this. We should have had Trell and Alora come up here.
Should have done that. Jesus Christ.
Something.
Can I look out of a window and see if there's anything I can...
There's a very small window. He's actually at the front, so it looks down on the street, and you can look down and you can see Trelamar and Alora waving up at you.
Found it there.
You just see her like do this.
We found loads of things, but nothing important. What did you find? Oh wait, we'll come down.
Yeah. I'm not going
out
to
the
show
window.
it.
And that's pretty much it. You can just see like out onto the main street.
Yeah, we'll
You
leave.
just head down, lock the door behind you.
Take our natural ones and go.
Thank you, dear. Takes the key. Like, good. If you find Lau, he owes me money for this week.
Likewise, if Lau returns, can you send word to the Duck and Pool?
No, we're changing to the Pegasus Lodge.
Can you send word to the Pegasus Lodge?
All right, dear. Yes. Like, writes down. And you guys head outside.
What did
Find
you
this. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. No touchy. No touchy.
find? I wish I had gloves.
It's poisoned.
And
Looks like it's from like a dart, a poisoned dart. It was on the floor.
It's a drow background.
Drow. How close to this place did you find it?
Out on the street outside.
There.
This could be connected.
Right in
Seems
the
too
open?
good.
Yeah.
What do drows feel about tieflings?
I don't know, Mark. What did you try?
They almost have no opinion whatsoever. Like, they've rarely had to. Juto's probably the first one you've ever met.
Yeah.
They've like drow are very insular. They don't really concern themselves with other races.
We don't really like people, you see. So yeah, we have no opinion on you, or you for that matter.
I suppose
Seems to be
the
a running
elves they
trend.
probably
Well,
have
maybe you a bit.
well, the elves they probably have the most opinion of just because they don't like them.
Oh.
And it's just like, oh, fucking surface elves.
Okay, I retract
Yeah.
my previous statement. We don't have much opinion on you. Yeah.
All right.
Remember that next time you're on the ground. No, he doesn't have a good opinion of me. I'm just going to walk away.
Well, we need to trace
Me
who.
personally, I just meant them as a race.
The other
Noted.
tiefling was
Noted.
employed at a jeweler's in Dorn Square.
Should we see if there's a
Well,
and
we need
Sheng
to go-
obviously was back at the Duck and Porter.
See if there's another dart
similar
nearby.
evidence? Yeah.
Yeah, should we go to his employer and ask where he lived, and then see if there's anything similar along that route?
Dorn Square?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the Dawn Square, you will need to come out of the stacks back, and then you literally have to walk through two other. It's on the opposite side of the city almost. It's
Well, we need
almost
to go there to
directly
sleep
opposite.
anyway.
So
Is there a form of transport that we could take?
you can try and flag down things like carriages. They are available, but you would have to pay.
Should we flag down a carriage? Time is against us.
What's the time now?
So you left there about, let's say like about 6:30.
This is you, Cam. What about stealing a carriage?
Huh?
You're a bit of a thief, aren't you, when you steal a carriage? Or
Very
burn
good.
it down. Yeah.
Very good, Trell. I'm actually trying to make amends, so I will not be partaking in thievery today.
Just today.
Just today.
How long would it take to go on foot to do that?
I mean, for you, it's quicker because you can just cut through the guild quarter and you have business there. These guys, it's a bit trickier because they don't necessarily have actual business to just go about as they please. You could probably cut it down if you can convince the guards to let you just escort you
Let's
through.
do that.
Or you can do the flag. On foot, it's probably going to take you a couple of hours.
Even with the shortcut.
No, with the shortcut, it's like way less time than that.
Without
we try
Tutor's
that?
disguise, I don't think we should be out in the dark wandering around.
Shall we go to? I want to go to the guard quarters. We
In
can
the
see
guild
if we
quarter and try
can,
and cut through.
Let's try.
Okay.
or see if they can at least give us transport to where we need to go.
Well, in terms of transport, there are basically any kind of main city point. There will always be a few
Free
carriagemen.
transport.
Well, let's save 10 gold. Oh, save those pennies.
I only have 5.
I know. Yeah, I know you're poor. So you make your way to the inner wall, and there is a gate there which is heavily guarded. You present your papers, and they're like, "Oh, very well, my lady." But they are like, "Oh, sorry." They basically sound very sorry. We can only take you to the Masons Guild.
We just
Where's
need
the
to
Masons
pass
Guild?
through.
Is there a gate that goes out from the Masons Guild?
No, the Masons Guild is part of the city. The actual the gates that lead into different districts are guarded and
Oh,
assessed.
okay. Can
It's
I
for security reasons, I'm afraid.
can I take my companions through? We are only passing through to get to the place where we're staying, which you are paying for, as I am the royal ambassador.
He's like, well, I suppose if they're staying at your associated
You see,
accommodations, we
it-
can allow that to pass through.
It's just
But
because
we'll
I
need
want
to escort you there.
I want to get my tiefling friend back home before it's dark. We have heard some nasty rumours.
Well, we can definitely escort you through to the other gate if that's what you wish.
Have you heard anything about tieflings?
I'm afraid not. The City Watch is investigating matters like that. We are primarily concerned with protecting the guilds. This is the guys in green and black.
Thanks, bye.
You guys are led through. You are then led into Dawn Square, which is a very affluent-looking area. Everything here is very well cleaned. There are actually street lights with magical lights in them so that they constantly glow. They don't need to be lit. There are fountains. It's very rich. Lovely gardens, iron fences coming off like townhouses, and very affluent-looking shops. Think of a very rich area in London style with those kind of large townhouses. Yeah, pretty much. You are eventually led to a tavern, which is... It doesn't look like a tavern, it looks like a country club. And you can see outside there is the symbol of a winged Pegasus, and it just has the Pegasus Lodge written on it, on a brass plaque embedded into the wall. Revolving doors lead you inside, and inside you can see... leather, very fancy looking couches. There is furs, a dark oak wood bar at the back, polished with very well dressed servants. One of them comes up and is just like, "Oh, welcome to the Pegasus Lodge. How may we help?"
We have some rooms, I believe.
Under what name, my lady?
Should be Elora Galanadel.
He checks a piece of paper, like a small parchment. He has like, "Oh, my apologies. I wasn't aware who you were. It's a pleasure to have you staying with us, my lady."
Give an awkward curtsy.
Yes, we have rooms for yourself and 3 others. I assume this is they.
Yes.
Very well. If you wish, I can lead you to your rooms now, or you could seat for dining in the silver room, or you could take to the recovery, the rest area for drinks, if you wish.
Do you know where we're looking for a specific jeweller's in the square?
I'm certainly sure I can help
What
you.
was the name of the jeweller?
I don't know the name, but I know that they had a tiefling apprentice who's
They
gone
have
missing.
They have a tiefling who works there.
Oh, quite unusual. So, in fact, I do know the place. It's called the Open Locket, milady.
Okay.
Hiring Lee was quite a bit of a strange move for somebody here in the Dawn Square. Often it is quite uncommon, but he's quite talented, I'm told. Produced some very fine work, despite his lack of experience.
Good to know. Do you know anything about this other than that?
No, I'm afraid not. Yes, I've heard only those of clientele that have spoken, I'm afraid.
Okay, well, we may head there for a while, but we will be coming back to stay here this evening.
Oh, very well. Well, I will make sure that your rooms are prepared for you. Simply state who you are when you enter next time, and one of the servants will take you there.
Okay. Oh, it's very fancy, you guys. It's very fancy.
I'm trying to nod in a very smug way. Yes.
Are you guys going to try and make your way to the Smiths?
Jewelers.
Okay.
Jewelers.
To the jewelers, sorry, yeah.
Jeweler-smiths.
Jeweler-smiths. By the time you get there, it's about 7 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are arriving, you actually see a very well-dressed human woman, prim hair tied up in a neat bun. She has, there seems to be 2 men in the silver and black uniforms waiting at the door with her, and she appears to be locking up just as you kind of arrive.
Okay. Excuse me.
She turns around and she's like, "Oh, yes, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm terribly sorry. We're just shutting, I'm afraid."
Oh, that's fine. We just wanted to ask about one of your employees, actually. Your tiefling employee.
Oh, is this about Lee? Have you had any word from him? I've spoken with the watch, but they've told me that they've not been able to find any information, I'm afraid.
No, we haven't heard anything, but
Oh,
we were wondering.
Such a shame.
Do you know where he lives?
I must admit, I rarely spoke to him about personal matters. I believe he mentioned something about the stacks, I think. I mean, he didn't earn enough really to stay elsewhere, but I believe he actually had his own personal space in the stacks somewhere. I'm afraid I couldn't tell you the address, though.
Okay.
How long has he been working for you?
Oh, Lee's been with me not that long, 3-4 months or so. He's already proven very popular. His design work is incredible. Such detail, such fine craftsmanship with his hands. Marvellous work.
And when did you last see Paul Lee?
Would have been... how many... I suppose it would have been about 6 days ago, I'm afraid.
And he came here to work?
Yes, but the last time I saw him when he left work.
And he didn't return in the morning?
No, I'm afraid not. I gave it a day before I went to the watch, just in case he had been working quite hard. I thought maybe he just needed a bit of extra time to recover. Hadn't managed to send me word. But as soon as he didn't come in for the second day of work, well, I contacted the watch straight away.
Okay. Was 6 days the same amount of time that Lau?
No.
It's
Disappeared.
4 days
4 days.
before he disappeared.
So the
So he
staggered.
disappeared first, Lee disappeared first.
Somebody else missing as
There's
well.
multiple
There's
tieflings.
currently three
how
three
shocking.
tieflings.
Oh, she turns to one of the guards. She's like, "Bill, make sure that we must step up the security if this sort of thing is happening. I don't want anything happening with the shop." He's just like, "Oh, very well, my lady," but he seems to have a look of like, they're talking about tieflings going missing, you idiot. He's just like, "Very well, my lady, we will."
Can I do an investigation check just to see if there's
Anything around?
Perception.
Give me
Perception, yeah.
Perception or investigation checks all around.
19.
19.
12.
7.
7, 10, 19. There really doesn't appear to be anything distinct around. Even with your 19, you look around, this place is kept very clean. The streets, unlike the stacks, seem to be cleaned very regularly, so it's unlikely that there would be any remnants here out on the streets.
Did he ever speak of any tiefling companions?
Well, as I said, I didn't really speak to him about personal matters. We mainly spoke about work. He would show me his designs and such, speak to me about his plans. I believe that he did mention that he had plans. He and some others were going to pool their money together and buy a little business in Journeyman's Way. Of course, I was sad to see that he might go, but he was a very talented individual.
Duncan Porter, ring a bell?
I can't say it does. I know he used to go to Journeyman's Way after work sometimes.
You mean
but I couldn't
Journeyman's
tell you where.
Run, right?
Journeyman's Run, yes.
You haven't been there in a while, could you?
No, I don't need to.
Do you know what kind of a business they were looking to set up?
I'm afraid not, no.
Have you seen any drow in the area lately?
She kind of looks. She's like, "Well, no, I must admit, seeing you is quite a start. I haven't seen a dark elf before in my life. It's quite impressive. Quite the imposing figure."
I think that's all.
You say that because you're put out that she's not paying attention to you.
Yeah, that's all.
That's what I thought you were going with there.
Smut my jacket a bit.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Do you know of any other tiefling apprentices?
I'm afraid I don't, dear. No.
Is it-
Generally, none. Certainly none in the jewellery business or in any kind of the fine works. I haven't heard anybody speak about it in the guild.
So
I'm
you've
afraid.
hired the only tiefling in this district.
Certainly, who was interested in jewellery and such things. It did take quite a while. Lee had to prove himself quite a lot. I found him working for somebody in Journeyman's Run before, but his work was so magnificent, I simply had to hire him.
Okay.
He was quite willing. It was a significant jump in pay for him, so he was very, very happy for the opportunity.
I bet. Well, if anyone else has any questions, I think we're okay here.
No.
Thank you for your information.
Very well.
We hope to bring him back to you.
She's like, well, very well, I'll have to make my way now, I'm afraid, but a pleasure meeting your acquaintance. One of the guards hangs back, though, and he's just like, I didn't want to interrupt the lady when she was speaking, but I knew a little bit about Lee. We often look after Her Highness here, but yeah, he was drinking at the Duck and Porter, I think, with 2 other tieflings, friends of his, I think.
There was a Duck and Porter.
Shang and Lao.
Rings a bell, yeah, I think definitely Lau. I remember him saying a few times that was somebody that he would go with. Last thing I heard about them is, well, the last time I think I saw them was I was heading that way, and they would have been drinking. I remember because that new Black Valley Meadery, they were just restocking the bar, and I was going there to find out how much they had in stock. That was really interesting.
Is it like bitter or is it like quite sweet?
Oh no, it's lovely stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah, best in the city.
We should go get some.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, if you can find a place that's still got it, they're running out all the time.
What kind of other stuff do they got here? Like good beers?
Oh yeah, no. Well, in Tallis Val,
Yeah.
oh, lovely cider and wine.
Nice.
There's a large amount of
Bloody
orchards. Yeah, good bit. I'm not a gin drinker, really.
You're not
Bit,
missing out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Some good stuff.
Anyway, sorry I got distracted, but yeah, I thought that might be useful to you. I hope you can find your friend.
Thank you.
He just gives you a tip and then trots off after the others.
It's fine, we'll do your job.
It's not his job. His job is looking after guild people.
It looks like we have to go back to the stacks to find the living quarters of this guy to see if there's any further lead.
Yes,
Which
but
I
it
don't
is
think we have
also
time.
night time, so I don't
We
want
might have to
It's now about 7:30.
My concern is Juto, and if we keep traipsing around in areas which are crime scenes, we could come up against some darty drows.
I think personally, it is this specific 3 tieflings that are disappearing. I think tieflings in general are safe.
It seems like
They
they
know
were
each
all
other.
It's
Together.
It's not just a coincidence that they all know each other and they
No.
all hang out with each other.
They drink with each other. One of them was planning to open a business. Maybe there's a conflicting business that
They
would
all
be
met at
affected
the Duck
by
and
it.
Porter.
I think
Maybe they were taken there. But there was a dart outside
Outside the stacks,
so maybe they were taken
on their way home.
Yeah, from the Duck and Porter or to it.
Well, you also
Perhaps.
know that they were taken at different times as well.
Yeah.
And Sheng worked at the Duck and Porter.
He was the most recent to be taken as well.
The fact that they all know each other and they were taken, that can't be too much of a coincidence, surely.
I'm probably quite safe.
Let's hope so. Either way, you got a nice costume coming up, which we should collect in the morning. For now, I think we should get some rest. We might have to resume this after the performance.
Let us return to the Duck and Porter, but surely we can question the lady who worked there as well.
Yeah,
We-
but we've got
We're
the
in
new
the
lodge
dawn.
here.
We're in
Oh.
a different lodge.
Pegasus stuff.
We'll do the performance and then we can go to the Duck and Porter afterwards.
Yeah.
Be a bit of a downscale from
You
going
need
to
a
the
day of
centre.
rehearsing so you don't stab me.
I don't need it.
No, I think
I've been
you do.
rehearsing the whole time here, throwing daggers at monsters and scarecrows and
Russian prisoners.
Okay, so let's go back to the lodge.
start itching.
You guys gonna head back there?
And
then rest.
Rest.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
You guys don't need to pay for food and drinks. That's all been covered because of Embor's connections.
Meat.
So you are well fed, you are well beveraged, and you get a nice night's sleep on possibly the comfiest beds you have slept on since you began
Struggle
whatever
to
your
get
life
up
began. It is, you sink into it like a cloud.
Oh my god.
Large double bed, all to yourselves, each individually. The rooms are extravagant. They have large cabinets full of ready to store things, a desk for you to comb hair and such things. They all have baths, individual baths, which can be filled by servants on request.
Oh my god.
Can I just look through the room for anything that's, not attached?
Like you want to basically strip
Hangers.
it of stuff, of things that you can steal. There is basically the equivalent of 10 gold's worth. But you are literally like pulling up you're like, I'm gonna have this hairbrush because I can sell that to somebody. It's 10 GP of random crap that you would have to sell on or trade.
Just take it.
Somebody that would be willing to trade for it.
The stacks.
pair of
Terrible.
slippers, bathrobe,
Hangers.
hangers. Yeah, you still those. That's good. That's good wire. Have that away. Stuff it all in your pack.
Wash soap.
Yeah. Yep.
I come downstairs, my explorer's pack is clinking.
Bulging. So yeah, you basically all have a wonderful night's rest, and you wake in the next day. You have a great breakfast. There is a wide range of delicious foods, everything that you could possibly imagine: hot porridges, eggs,
I
salad,
try everything.
bacon, sausages,
Everything all together in a big stack.
fancy artisan breads,
Laura,
olive oil.
we need to exploit, use
hungry.
your royalty way more often.
Do you have any chips left?
No.
A few.
Am I seriously passing over cold chips?
cold chips.
You're a weirdo.
I'm so hungry.
There's some sauce.
Right.
Do you want some sauce?
No thanks.
So, what do you guys want to do now?
Let's go find the Pegasus Unicorn's patch.
You
No,
remember
you
that you
said
said 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Oh, I just want my new clothes now.
I know.
It's about
but
9
you said
a.m.,
4
let's say,
p.m.
by the time you've eaten.
Shall we go to the Duck and Porter again?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I guess we could go to the Duck and Porter and then go to the Stacks to pick up both our clothes and
the
also
Stacks
check
is
out.
not where our clothes are. They're in Journeyman's Run.
This city's confusing.
It's not really.
It's not.
It's a
How
big
close
circle.
is
It's a
It's
big
not.
fucking circle with 6
Yeah, but
trivial
I
pursuit
forgot
wedges.
to write
Journeyman's
down
Run,
the thing.
Dawn
close is the
Square,
Stacks?
Middles.
To Journeyman's Run.
Don't look at anything else on that sheet.
Oh, they're right next to each other. Okay, cool. Why don't we, on the way to Journeyman's Run, go to the Stacks and find where Lee lives
We could do that.
and see if there's any darts. And then, if there's nothing, we'll go to the Journeyman's Run, go to the Duck and Porter. By then it'll be 4 p.m. Collect our clothes as well. Then cut through the middle, right to the performance.
I mean, yeah, basically, I'm going to, at this point, you can convince the guards to take you, cut through, and use it as a bit of a shortcut. But it's still
They're
quite
used to
a
just
lot
seeing
of time.
me going.
Yeah, it is quite a lot of time ferrying people to and fro. Like, you know, it does still take time. It's just not as long as if you had to cut through each individual district.
Okay, everyone in agreement?
Sure.
Should do this.
Okay.
All right,
So where are you going first?
to the Stacks.
You're going to the Stacks first, okay.
Looking for Lee's.
You make your way through. How are you going to track down Lee's residence?
I shout at the top of my lungs, Lee.
Lee!
No, I don't do that. Where did he work?
He
worked
works
at
He
as a
works in the
jeweler.
dawn, yeah, in the dawn
Nobody knows
square.
where he.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where he lives.
What did she say about his establishment? A nice place
A
in
nice
the Stacks.
He had his own place in this.
I just pull a shopkeeper, like any shopkeeper.
Rather than RPing it out, give me a persuasion check. Just because you're going around asking people, trying
Yeah.
to find information.
Where's the fancy?
Everybody can do this if they want to try and find as much information as you can.
22.
Natural 20.
Shit.
Okay.
7.
17.
17. Between the three of you, Juto kind of is left ignored a little bit while people are talking, and like you just don't manage to make an impact into the conversation.
Nobody likes tieflings.
You manage to find out that in the Stacks, independent places are quite rare. Most of them are tenement buildings where people live in quite cramped conditions. But there are a few places, and you systematically track them all down, and you eventually find the one that you believe to belong to Lee. It's a small place. It's actually a small house tucked in between 2 smithies, but it's a small, tiny house built into part of the wall in itself. It is locked.
Can I look around the
I mean, you can give me
area?
investigation perception checks, yeah?
Yeah.
20.
Natural 20.
Okay. You can re-roll that.
Oh wait,
Unlucky.
no.
I got 20.
I know you got 20, but a natural 20 makes a
14.
difference. 14,
I'm trying here.
11, no,
11.
20, 11. So, most of you kind of look around. You, again, you're looking around, and this time, when you're looking around, you find another glinting bit of metal, but this one appears to be perhaps it's a tiny bit of metal with then just 3 white feathers, almost as if they're at the back of a blowgun needle.
Yeah. Can I go over and carefully with my gloves pick it up?
This
again?
seems to be the end, so you don't get any hint of poison off this one.
Okay, but it looks the same kind of. I want to compare the
you
two.
compare the two, it looks like they would match to each other in similar fashion.
Can I do an investigation check to see if I recognise
Yeah,
the...
you can do, yeah.
feathered design. Ooh, natural 20.
Natural 20. You recognise this. It is not traditional drow make, though.
Okay.
Normally, drow poison is delivered by hand crossbows and crossbow bolts. This is...
Gosh.
It's just like... but that's what they're doing. They're aiming to kill. This, you recognise, has been engineered. This is somebody has built a very custom dart so that it wouldn't cause major injury, but would deliver the poison in the best possible manner, probably quickly rendering somebody unconscious. And in fact, you're pretty sure you recognise like the white feathers on a blowgun tip. This is ringing bells, actually. This is somebody you might have known when you were growing up in House Kell.
Oh, fuck.
A drow named...
John Bon Jovi.
Just look, you're not Sips, alright? You can't just put Bon Jovi into stuff. I gotta find all my shit. No.
Sean.
His name is Sean Connery. His name is Xandar. He used to work with the House Kell. He was kind of a young man, same as you were back then. And he was a specialist in poisons and alchemy and substances.
Wow.
Charlie seemed to be staring at this for... Speak up.
I recognise this design.
Right. So it is drow.
It's definitely drow. I don't think necessarily that the tieflings who have been inflicted by this poison are dead, possibly just unconscious.
Why is that?
Because this is a blow dart gun, and if a drow wanted to kill you, they'd just shoot the poison via a crossbow.
Fair point.
But looking at the design, it does seem to be a drow that I was acquainted with.
What?
A drow named Xandar, who was an alchemist and poison specialist.
What purpose would he have? Drugging tieflings? Apprentice tieflings?
You don't know.
No idea.
Can you break into this lock?
Yeah. I pretend to know what I'm doing. And...
Do you even have thieves' tools?
No.
Nope.
I don't know.
No. So you can make a dexterity check with disadvantage.
16.
16.
I guess I'm going to get a dagger and try and get to the lock and try and pry it.
Okay.
Can I give you a hairpin?
He's already made the roll now. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to unlucky him or not.
Oh!
Disadvantage with unluckiness.
Yeah, why not? I'm not, no. You basically, you kind of like, while Juto's not looking, you get the dagger in, you kind of go, you pretty sure you open the lock, but this is not relocking. Like, you've broken the lock. But you're like, and the padlock comes, like, the door opens, you're like, it opens.
See? Open.
Impressive.
Thanks.
Go into the house.
Okay.
What do I see?
So,
Weird
the
hair.
house is very small. It's basically one level, but it has 3 or 4 rooms. It seems one of them has been set up as a rudimentary workshop with a work table. You can see a few bits and bobs, small pieces of jewellery being worked on in the process. There is what appears to be a strong box built into the wall, like a small wall safe. It's been built in with a twisty combination. The other rooms in the house, one appears to be a bedroom. It has just a trunk and a basic bed. The other seems to be some sort of small kitchen. You can see storage rooms, table, chairs, that sort of thing. Small pantry. It's very basic. The kitchen and the pantry does have food which has gone off. It seems to have been off for quite a while. And the room does not appear to have been used in quite some time.
I'm going to snoop around, look for any clues.
Snoop around. Give me investigation checks. All around.
Natural 1.
1.
10.
8.
Oh, for God's sake.
You do not find
I've been
anything
doing good so far. It had to happen eventually.
particular. You just find what I
Can I
really
get unlucky
described.
on that roll?
No. And even if you did, you get the lowest anyway.
Okay.
So
What was I going to do? That one. Karen.
Look at the safe, the strong box.
yeah, you can see the safe, but you'd have to try and crack it.
So we have 3 tieflings. We know that one is a jeweler and one is a blacksmith. They have skills, they're apprentices.
The other one was a bartender.
Potentially ones without traces. Xander maybe took them for his own needs, like their skills.
Perhaps it was something to do with this business they wish to set up.
Maybe.
Or just putting it out there. I left my people under a bit of a cloud, should we say. Could it possibly be that Xandar has seen me wandering around with you, Juto, and is taking down tieflings, thinking that you could be that tiefling?
You think he's followed you all of this way?
But this all
Possibly.
happened before we came here.
Yeah. You would have to have known that we were going to Talisval.
And I have
A
no
week
connection
prior.
with these tieflings. And they all have connections to each other. It seems a bit strange.
I mean, I'm not going to rule it out, but it's a stretch.
What did you do, though? To perhaps risk the wrath.
And how did you fly on a cloud?
Under a cloud, not on a cloud.
How does that even work?
It's a figure of speech, Cam. Figure of speech.
Oh,
I thought
right.
you, with your theatrical background, would understand that, surely.
Yeah, you're right. I should have known.
What did I do? Oh, well, that's just... It's in the past. It's nothing...
Does
Nothing
it got
that's relevant
anything to do with
now.
this mask?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Insight.
11.
9.
Make a deception
The
check.
rolls are...
I mean, technically, I'll give you advantage because it
What is
isn't.
this for?
It's
Insight.
only slightly
Slightly,
related,
yeah.
so I'll give you advantage on deception.
Is
Insight.
this
Insight.
insight?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be
21.
21. You can roll again because you have
22,
advantage. So you can
23.
get higher. Shit, you can be.
Oh, fuck.
Well, no, it's advantage. You
23.
take the higher one.
Yeah, it's 21.
So it's 21. Elora, he's not lying, but there's more to it than he's letting on.
Spill.
More than meets
Spill,
the
spill.
eye.
Spill it. What are you not saying?
Yeah.
What
What
are
are
you
you
not
not
saying?
You're not saying something?
What am I not saying? To do anything. Just, had a bit of a disagreement, my home was attacked by these creatures and that was it. I went my way, they went their way.
Nothing tiefling related.
Nothing to do with tiefling. I mean,
Alright.
Juto was the first tiefling that I'd ever met, so we've never had any dealings with the tiefling.
But Xander now has an interest in them.
He does. And obviously he doesn't want them dead.
Was he still in your home when you left?
You don't know. The last time you saw him would have been years and years ago.
No idea.
Well, that's something. Maybe we can trace this Xander person using what you know.
Yeah.
Why would he be in Talisval? Where would he have come from? Is there a know of a drow called Xander in
Perhaps if
town?
we spread the news that a drow called Trelemar is here, he will come to you.
Possibly.
Is he friendly to
Well,
you?
the performance tonight might.
So, I mean,
help
the
him.
last thing you remember, like, you knew him, I mean, before technically the Lightfall, 40, 50, 60 years ago. You knew of him because he did work for House Kell. It wasn't like you were close friends, you kind of just knew each other. You certainly didn't leave on bad terms or anything like that. You can't imagine that there's any personal grudge there. You can't think of anything anyway.
He's not royalty, is he?
No, not at all.
So he won't be at this
So you won't be
party.
at
No.
Alright, well, that's something. We know the person, potentially, if this is his work.
that. Yeah.
That's better than nothing. And they've all, so far, been darted at their residence,
Yeah.
not at the Duck and Porter.
Hmm.
That's 2 of 3, at least. And what's the time now?
Shame lived in this.
Still very early, 10 a.m.
Where are we currently?
Because you're not here next week, and I'm not doing the performance without you. So this next day is going to be stretched out as much as possible.
Where are we currently?
You are currently in the stacks outside of...
Shang lived here as well.
I imagine he didn't live in this good place because he didn't
No.
work for the jeweler.
He didn't have.
Should we try and find out where
There's
he
so
lived
many
here?
places here that look shit. Where do we even start?
I guess
Just
asking
asking
around
around.
again.
do a montage.
You can all make checks.
Which check? Persuasion.
Persuasion. It'll be a charisma check or persuasion.
Charisma.
22.
18.
6.
I like how you're getting these high rolls on this stuff.
I know, it's great.
I
It
like
takes
how
you a
good a
while. It
detective
takes
I
you
am.
about an hour to actually. You have to ask around again because tieflings are rare. You do eventually. People kind of maybe remember seeing one, but they don't know him. Eventually, you find somebody like a food vendor, or a baker, or somebody who had a regular Sheng would buy stuff from regularly, and they point you towards another one of these overrun tenement houses. Again, this is very thin and narrow. It's full of people.
But it's not the same one that.
No, it's not
Larry
the same one. It
leaves.
seems to be a different one.
I'm so glad we don't have to stay in this district. It smells so bad, and it's so jammed. I'm very sad.
It's very busy, but you eventually find the tenement building. Again, if you want to try and inspect his room, they tell you the same sort of information. That I think with Sheng, he disappeared 3 days ago. They've not seen him for 3 days. You're allowed to inspect his room, but you don't find anything. You just generally find the same sort of stuff. Spare pair of clothes, room's not been disturbed, a few empty bottles, a few bits of leftover food, and that's about it, really.
Anything on the street?
You know the trick, Laura. Find that dart.
22.
22. This time, it's again, you're searching around. You don't find a dart this time. The only thing you find, again, the street's full of rubbish. You find things like a broken mead bottle, a few bits of thrown away paper, bits of food wrapping left over, but not too much.
No.
Crap.
Well-
No dart. Either that or he hid his tracks by the third time. Huh. Or he was taking the duck and porter.
So Lee disappeared first, Lao disappeared second, and Sheng disappeared last. All three lived in the stacks.
And they all congregated at the duck and porter. That's a big word.
For pretty thighs.
Why don't we ask the landlord of the Duck and Porter, see if they've seen any drow?
Then we can pick up my garbs.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do
Do
it.
that.
Okay, you guys make your way back to Journeyman's Way. It takes you. You arrive still late morning, early before midday, and the Duck and Porter is open. The silver-haired dwarf is inside. Oh, hello! I didn't see you all. I remember she's fucking Irish. I didn't see you all come back home. Come to your rooms.
We've just been to the stacks. Have you ever been there?
Oh, frightful place. So
Terrible.
busy. So oh, I can't. I don't like
It
it.
smells.
No, too closed in for me.
It's like BO everywhere.
It's
horrible.
true. It's true.
It's like this room.
No.
You are standing next to Trot.
Hey, I smell great. How do we approach this?
I'm taking your lead.
How do we approach this?
That's
Can I
Just ask.
have a look outside the place
Yeah, you can
on
do.
the floor again and
No.
see if there's anything around the 19.
There is. There are no darts. Around outside the Duck and Porter, there is. I'm trying to think. Not much. It is kept somewhat clean, more because there's so many people. Again, just things like occasional bit of paper dropped or food wrapping. You find like a label that seems to have come off a barrel which says Black Valley Mead. You find a dropped scarf, a handkerchief. You find 3 copper pieces.
Score.
It's just like crap, basically.
I'll have all that.
Madam,
Oh
you've
yes,
had 3 tiefling frequent this establishment.
yes, friends of Sheng's. Yes,
Have you
they would
seen
stop by every now and
any
then.
drow in the area?
Drow in the area? No, I can't say I have. I'm afraid.
No, not looking around outside the premises.
No, not not that I've seen. I mean, maybe they were, but I couldn't see them.
When Shane disappeared, or a few days leading up to it, did they look afraid or concerned?
He did seem a bit concerned. Yes. Seemed a bit worried about something.
Did he have a meeting with his friends? prior to him disappearing?
No, well, not for maybe a couple of weeks. The last time I saw all three of them in here together was maybe, two and a half, or 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks ago.
Right. Well, they were all taken.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And we want to know where they were taken and when.
oh, that's horrible. I don't know. I mean, the last time I saw Sheng was, 3 days ago for work.
3 days.
I remember that we had, well, I was having a stock meeting with some of the brewery folks, and we were filling up, and Shen was helping me do the stocking, and then
Here? Or
yes,
somewhere else?
no, here, yes. He did his shift as normal. We had a few of the folks stay behind to drink with us, and then he left.
No tiefling friends?
No,
on that
no,
day?
no. He was quite distracted.
Which brewery?
That was the Black Valley Brewery.
That keeps cropping up.
Ugh.
They supply some of the best mead in the city.
Really nice mead, huh?
It's delicious.
Do they do gin?
is made of tiefling.
Do they do gin?
Don't think so. Do pale ales.
How new is this brewery?
Let's not go there.
Oh, it's been around a very long time. It's one of the oldest in the city. They've been having a bit of a resurgence lately.
I bet they have. They were trying to establish a business.
Have you heard Sheng talking about making a business, anything to do with breweries, maybe?
No. Sheng didn't really like the tavern game, actually. He didn't. He was just doing it because it was good work that he could find. But no, I don't. I remember them talking about something, but whenever I would get close, they would all just get jokey with me, really, so I didn't hear what they were chatting about.
Okay.
Can we see the area where you keep the mead?
Well, I keep a load of different things, but it's just down in the cellar, really.
Can we have a look in the cellar? quickly?
Yeah, I suppose so. If it's to do with finding Shen,
Yep.
she leads you down. It's just a big open stone cellar, really. You can see different barrels, all with different labels on them, different stamp printings and that sort of thing. There's a wide variety. She points. She said, "These are the ones that the Black Valley brought in. There's 3 of them, all each printed with just the same symbol of a dark oaken-looking tree, with just BV."
It's important that I taste this to ensure this isn't soured or poisoned in any way.
Give me a deception check.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Natural 1. Oh yes, of course. Oh my goodness. What if it? Oh,
Can you
It's not the
imagine?
most
I know.
important thing.
She gets over a mug, pours you a glass. She's like, "Oh please, now be careful, dear. You shouldn't have
I've
to
done
do
this
to
many
me."
times. I down it.
It's delicious.
I collapse.
Oh, he's collapsed. Oh, and she goes over
I
and
start frothing at the mouth.
give me a performance check.
Oh, we go.
22.
She's like, "Oh no, he's poisoned. Oh my goodness. Oh," and she's just trying. She's like, "Oh, you have friends," and
I
she's like,
bolt upright. It's gone away. I fought it. I fought the poison. It's so poisoned.
"No."
Oh my god, you need to get rid of all this stock right away. I'll
Oh
take
my
it.
goodness. What am
I'll
I going to
take
do?
it.
This costs so much.
This could shut down your entire establishment.
Oh, what a terrible thing. Oh my goodness.
Cover up the name on the barrels. Have them outside.
Alright,
And
alright.
I'll take the barrels away from
All right, and she's just she starts
thank
lifting
me.
them up and taking them over to a little winch and lever that leads them up into the behind the tavern.
you. Thankful.
No,
generous.
oh, thank you so much.
Deception check on this?
He already did. You're on natural 20.
Oh shit.
This
So
initial
are
one
we
about poison.
deceived, or are we like?
You can make inside checks if you want.
But he rolled a natural 20, so we'd have to
You
roll.
could roll natural 20.
I've rolled a natural 20. Ah!
I did.
Oh my god, you
I
did.
rolled a 3.
You're
Oh my god! He's dying.
pretty sure.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, no, you're you don't believe Buckland.
Excuse me, ma'am. How much would this cost you to replace?
Oh, this would cost. I paid.
Remember that doing good be your god thing.
This is 40 gold a barrel.
And it would be 40 golds.
That's 120 gold for these 3. I can't believe they're poisoned.
I'm
Well,
going
imagine
to
how
start
many
staring
dead
at
people
Cam.
you'd have.
I'm
I
standing
know,
on his
It would
foot.
ruin me. Ruin me.
Alright, it's not poisoned.
What?
It's not poisoned.
What do you mean? But you collapsed. I
know.
saw you. You were pale of face.
Yes, I have these fainting moments, and I thought it was poison, but it wasn't. On second thought, it's
But
okay.
what if you're wrong?
I'll have another swig just to make sure.
But what if you have another fainting spell?
God.
I run away.
Yeah. What? She's just left a bit speechless. She doesn't really know what to do.
On the way out, I was itching the brand.
Just like
Yeah.
scratching at it. She's like,
I apologize. Our companion is rather strange and is overcome by fainting fits. I assure you, your alcohol is fine.
are you sure?
I'm sure.
It's fine.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll just do one barrel and see how it goes, and then she kind of scoots the other two to the side. All right.
Can we roll perception checks to see if there's anything else in the cellar?
Yeah, you can make perception check, sure.
Natural 1.
11.
9. How much? 11.
11.
No, not really. It just looks like a storage cellar. Like, there's barrels. There's a little kind of door, like a trap door, which leads up to like a little pulley system for getting the booze in and out. And that's about it, really.
But I'm done.
Go out. Well, that wasn't very...
Should we find where this one's gone?
I'm at the front door.
Are you just outside the front?
Just itching my brand. You can probably see me through the window.
There you go. You can see you're led out back up into the main area. You can see Cam outside just scratching away at his arm.
I'm gonna go out and just hit his hand and be like, don't touch it.
Ow.
Don't touch it. Bad.
It's really itchy.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Okay. Well, those fainting fits are really getting to me. I needed to get some air. Okay. So Black Valley
Mead.
Brewery.
Black mead brewery. Yeah.
Black Valley.
Yeah.
Where is that? Did you ask her?
Can I go back and ask her?
I will say that you did ask her before you left. It is
The other side of the city.
It is in. Too many notes!
No.
Is in Artisan's Rest, which is actually next to Journeyman's Run, which is next to where you currently are.
I'll tell you what, guys. I'll go and investigate. We don't need all of us to go.
I do not trust you in a brewery.
That's a very good point, actually.
Be fine.
No.
Alright. Well, it's either that. What's the time now?
It is now, let's say, midday,
Okay. Well, that should be our next stop.
just before.
Okay, let's go there.
Mhm.
It keeps cropping up. All of the tieflings had mead.
That meat is great, by the way.
They all had mead.
Tastes really nice. I might go and have
Okay.
a quickie for
No.
the road.
I need you silver.
So, your plan is to head there?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. In that case, we're going to end things this week there. Why do you have to be away next week? So much.
What are we going to do next week?
Well, you're going to investigate the Black Valley Brewery is what you're going to do next week.
Sunday. That would be in the morning. I can't promise anything.
No, I don't want you to try and call in for it either. So, no, we will leave things there this week. Thank you all very much for watching from home. I know you have to shoot off.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys need to shoot off either, but I'm happy to sit here and do donations by myself if you need to. So don't feel you have to stick around. So thank you all for watching. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I forgot to mention at the start. They are level 4 now. We leveled up earlier. They did their ability score increases.
So much combat today.
So yeah, got all that combat done. Glad I prepared pages and pages of stuff.
I like the garb person.
Yeah, what was his name? Enoran.
Fenton.
Cool.
What was his name?
Elran, isn't it?
Yeah, Enoran. Enoran
New
Swiftwind.
Gilmore.
There was a not intended amount of Gilmore in there. There
was a lot of
that's very
Gilmore.
true.
Little homage.
Gilmore's
Yeah.
Glorious Goods.
Yeah, at the unicorn's patch. Also, through your investigations, you have rendered a thing I was really proud of completely pointless. So never mind.
That can be incorporated into something else.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh, what was
yeah.
it?
So you're going to go investigate the Black Valley Brewery, right?
Yeah.
I wrote a physical cipher and letter which would have pointed you to there if you had tracked down certain informants and things like that.
Oh.
And I had to literally write a nonsense message to contain a secret cipher.
that could have been one
And
of
I
their
literally
routes.
cannot use this. I cannot use this.
Oh.
Well, the problem is, certain fucking people can roll above certain amounts in certain rooms. And also, it would have made
I'm
sense.
very
just to put
unlucky
it-
at the moment.
Yeah,
Mark.
it just wouldn't have been able to fit into a room. It was like you needed to find it on somebody specific.
These things happen.
These things
As a
happen.
DM, you have to let go.
How
Exactly.
you found it on?
What? Because there are you could have done certain other things which you didn't do. So
Well, maybe you shouldn't have just gone Black Valley Brewery so
I did
much.
I was being very subtle, and then it was only when you
To be
went
fair,
back.
I only picked it up when you
At the
said
very end, yeah.
The
No, I
label
picked it
on
up
the
as soon
ground.
as the bodyguard said it.
Yeah.
I was like,
But you didn't pursue it.
at that point.
Yeah, exactly. What do I mean?
That's not
Right.
You'd need to
Cool.
twist that
So,
around if you wanna read it.
Thanks very much for tuning in. Make
Thanks
sure you
very
tune in
much
next
for
week. It's going to be
Yeah, it'll be
Pat's gonna
really
be
Star.
here.
I expect there'll be at least some
I'll try and tune in.
things. Yeah, you should do.
At least some things.
Some things. I will do my best, very best, not to go to the performance until you're back.
Oh man.
Please.
But it might need to be when you are away,
Oh shit! Yeah.
because you've got that. You're going to be away for the following week.
No.
You don't want to be part of the performance anyway.
Time.
But I wanna
really
be there for the-
slows.
Like
We
royal
all get
things.
drunk at the brewery.
It will kind of make things some easier, so we'll have to just play it by ear. Right, you guys need to shoot off. You want to scoot out now before we start reading spoofs?
Michelle, thank you very much, everybody.
You want to swing that round for me, Kim? In fact,
y'all.
actually,
I'm
I'm going to come and
sorry.
sit over with Trell.
I will turn this around.
Just because.
Thanks for everyone viewing and donating. It
Thank
really
you for
helps. High
donating.
rollers.
We love
Keep
you.
going.
Sorry, we're not here for the donation.
I wish I could, but I've got a flight very early.
Yeah,
in the
that's
morning.
like Troy's flying out very early tomorrow, so that's
We're
why.
going for dinner.
They need food
Have fun
and then
in
to do
Boston.
work.
Thank you.
Did you put this in the bin on the way out?
See you all in a week.
No, I'm just
Here's my
gonna leave
crotch.
it.
Okay,
Just
it's fine. Just leave it for me.
Oh god.
Oh god, he's breaking everything! You right there, Kim?
I'm sleepy. Sleepy.
Right. Alright, thanks guys. Right, we will try. See you in a week.
Bye.
We will try and bash through these because we'll need to get home. So if we can scroll down to the bottom, Steve. Right, should we just go you, me, Matt, and then we'll just try and get through them as quick as possible? Cool.
All juggled up. Thank you for donation. Hey guys, thanks for all the amazing content. You all do a wonderful job. Thank you to Mark for inspiring me to start up D&D. I have a campaign set up with 6 others starting soon, which I'll really be looking forward to. Who knew how expensive minis could be, eh?
Tell me about it, bro. Thank you very much for your donation. Nightjar. I had a train wreck of a day yesterday, but when I woke up, all these worries disappeared because high rollers. Love you guys. You really do make every week so much better. Thank you very much. I agree as well. This is the highlight of my week.
Romra Para, I've woken up every evening wanting nothing more than to watch a new episode of High Rollers. Is this enough to break the curse, Mr. Humes? Please, I have plant children.
Plant children and a big donation as well. Thank you very much for that, Rompara,
Drez X2.
who's just completed the monster race
Woo!
with
More streams,
Littlewood.
more power. Also, Kim, what about what the hell? What about our fight last Thursday? Don't distract me with date bots on Twitter. Tomorrow is the last day for it. So Draz is camping out with Martin right now.
This week, yeah.
And I promised to fight with him, but then I forgot, because that he was visiting the office, and I went to go visit my parents.
Yep, so you went in the
Okay.
office. So there you go,
Cool, mate.
Jazz. Khalidi Cakes. I've been looking forward to the stream all week long, literally since moments after the last one ended. Can't wait to see what they get up into Talis Val. # cam sequences.
Bam goes TNT.
First one.
Just figured I'd donate early. Infection is mostly gone. Cure wounds probably helped. Yay! Sadly, my computer is still being repaired, so I just hope I can watch the entire stream.
Well, hopefully
Yay.
you managed to watch it all.
Mr. Carmine. Hey, High Rollers. Looking forward to another great stream. Hopefully the Fields train can stay under control, or at the very least, be less combustible.
And it certainly was this week. Apples Schmapples. Mark, you challenged your inner Dragon Age Merrill a few weeks ago. As someone from the Swansea Valleys, I won't comment on your Welsh accent.
No.
I was wondering if you've played the tabletop Dragon Age game. I have not. I know a friend of mine who does and loves it. I've just never got around to playing it. And I apologise for my Welsh accent. I can't promise it won't come up again.
Hello. Kim, you look fantastic today.
You look fantastic
Thank you. I feel like crap, and I thought I looked dreadful today, frankly.
Well,
so
apparently
thank you.
not.
Thank you very much. Sammy T291. Hey guys, could I ask your fantastic DM rolls me a D4, and whatever it lands on will be the minimum amount of donations I'll make each Sunday. I'm keeping a tally and will double it as a donation to the charity live streams in December. All the best.
Sammy, absolutely not. You donate as much as you want. I'm not going to force you to arbitrarily donate 4 times. Just donate what you want to, man. Like, you don't feel you have to. Just whatever you can, whatever you want to give us is more than enough. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Theron Leiden, thank you very much for your donation and message. Scottish Wolf Lass, hey all, thought I would donate to say thank you to High Rollers for getting me into D&D. Kim inspired me to play a Tiefling Cleric. Having so much fun. Hope to see Katie and Trot at Insomnia Scotland.
You will.
There you go. That's Katie. If you can't see her, she's on screen. Just waiting for Trot to finish up. Go on.
Cloud Sora, first time donator, been a hatter for 5 years, and I came here because of Trot, but OMG, Mark's DMing is inspirational, and it's helped me refuel my creativity, as I just got a job as a video game writer recently.
Nice.
Space, love you all. Wow.
Very nice. Well, congratulations.
Sagtails. Almost missed the start due to falling asleep. Anyway, I'm ready for your guys' awesome shenanigans.
Third, hello, I've been watching on Yogs Live for ages now. This is the first time I've watched live, and I would love to donate something back. I've really enjoyed all the episodes. Never thought I'd be interested in D&D. Thank you all so much. Thank you for checking out D&D, and thank you for your support.
A nose picker, not able to watch the stream live due to job, but I just caught up with last week's session. Really love Trellamar getting up to mischief with Granny Trell. Also, Trell catfishing Cam with a lovely lady routine was brilliant. They're all fantastic.
Catfishing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, nose picker.
Andy H117. Hey guys, loving the D&D, and just let you know there is a bunch of new players wanting to play, me being one of them, but a low amount of DMs. So I'm asking for anyone if they want to DM to go on the High Rollers Reddit.
Yep, there's the thread on there, so if you fancy giving DMing a go and you don't mind playing a Roll20, go check that out on the subreddit. J Duke abides. No clever message, just throwing money at your faces. Thank you for the donation as well. Another big one, thank you.
Liam the Llama, hey guys, I'm back watching live again. Don't even mind that it's 2 a.m. I was watching Kimmy Schmidt.
Yes, season 2, really good. Titus Andromedon.
That show.
No, it's really good.
I don't
no.
like it.
I hate
I don't like it.
You're both wrong,
Yeah.
and you're wrong.
It's too sugary sweet for me.
But it's not though. Kimmy is, but that's the point.
I watched all of this first season and I just didn't like it.
Oh, well.
Didn't like it. I
Bah.
tried.
Bah.
I tried though.
I tried.
Laurel Author. Hello! I just wanted to drop a donation and mention my new Cinder Soul Genocide monk, Yahan Huijin, who is heavily inspired by both Cam and Juto. Scary combination aside, my first session will be next weekend and I'm super pumped. Keep up the awesome work.
Enjoy. Sounds a cool character. Night Sneak. Hello, High Rollers. Enjoying the stream. 'Tis most glorious that you are streaming D&D on my birthday. Happy birthday! Love all you guys. Keep being awesome.
The Sea Penguin, you guys inspired me to DM my first game. However, 3 out of 5 of my party didn't turn up. Stay awesome, guys.
Boo!
no.
Give them all disadvantage on rolls next time because they're lame. Go on.
CPig21. So I haven't kept up on this 5E stuff, but it sounds like Cam needs the old spell Atonement. Is that still a thing?
Nope, has to be done in roleplay now. Lol. A DVD01, CD01 donation and no message. Thank you very much. And Koku Taeyuan started playing D&D just before I discovered High Rollers. Watching the first 3 episodes was the most useful how-to guide I could find anywhere. Unfortunately, it didn't stop our party being wiped out by a bugbear in our first adventure 3 times. Lol. Well, hopefully you improve the next time.
Bam goes TNT again. Donation from everyone who can't and wants to donate. We love you, High Rollers. We can't wait until next time you put on sunglasses, roll around.
Oh, yeah!
Poogie Trot 1. Hello, I was wondering if you got my letter/story. I sent it in on Monday, but I don't know if you got it.
It would have been received, but this week I have been a crazy busy man. I have not had time to check the High Rollers email for anything beyond like art and urgent stuff, so I have not, unfortunately. Little Irvy Owl. River Owl. My eye is very far away from my eyes, and my eyesight is terrible, so leave me alone. Hey, it's my first time watching the stream live after taking a long time catching up, so I thought I'd give you a little donation. I love High Rollers, it's amazing. Also, Katie, thank you for reblogging my drawing of Valora in Wolfform. Heart, love you guys. Thank you very much, we appreciate it.
Thank you for drawing it.
Wolfie Kid of Doom, as always, best stream, having too much fun watching Alora try to be the mum of this group of children.
It's true. Best mum is best mum. Ooh.
Ms. Myth with an incredibly generous donation.
Thank you very much.
Not able to watch the stream today. I'm at a hotel and the Wi-Fi is really horrible. I hope you're having a lot of fun and see you next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.
Thank you so much, Ms. Myth.
Thank you very much.
Another one.
Oh wow, yeah, Hundo from our regular man. Copy pasty, big Hundo. Keep rolling, high rollers, you're all fantastic. Have a lovely day. I'm sorry if I'm not being super enthusiastic. I do mean it. I'm just tired.
I think the previous donation could have been an American hundo, given the exchange rate.
Oh, that's very true. Could have been
American hundo.
American Hundo.
Possibly.
Sounds of the Wild.
Wild. All you need is high rollers. High rollers is all you need.
High rollers is all you need.
Sammy T291 again. With that previous D4 roll, make it with advantage if you like Yog
Giggle, which is a emote.
Okay. Also, was the barmaid near the start Mrs. Doubtfire, somewhere firmly between Scottish and Irish? Loved it.
No, that was just me not being able to remember what her voice was. I should have taken a note down. I normally do. Jezbel3315. Finally caught up on the VODs and I'm watching live for the first time. Smiley face. You're all doing a fantastic job and make me miss my RP days. Wish I could try D&D, but I'm crap at social stuff and it would be creepy as I'm old. No, it wouldn't. You're never too old for D&D. Nobody
No
is.
one's too old for D&D. I'm old. I'm an old.
I'm old. Me and Kim are both old,
We're
and we're
old.
still playing it.
Yeah.
So, and you're not, and even people who are older than us aren't that old, and you should still play it anyway.
Yes.
Bam goes TNT. Cats on Fire X stamp of approval. Oh, that's my cat. Trell is my spirit animal. And Mark, that wrist flip. How long have you been practicing that? Does it come natural? Also, could you wish 2 viewers happy birthday?
Hello.
I can never pronounce that. And Octavian. Our birthday people.
Happy birthday to both of you. That hand flip is what you get when you complete A levels and in drama and theatre and performing arts. Everybody gets
you
those
love
as you
it.
leave. Yeah.
You love it. Kabear10. Greetings from Kansas. Sorry.
Don't do your awful accents
Sorry.
like you did with Kath again.
Sorry.
Oh.
I forgot which stream it was again. Greetings from Kansas. First donation ever, but hopefully not the last. This is my favorite stream ever. Keep up the amazing work and hashtag roll on Sunday.
Hashtag Roll on Sunday. Thank you very much. Liam the Llama. I just realised the donation coming through in scummy criminal currency. That ticket was absolutely fabulous though, Mark. Okay. Scummy criminal currency. They come through in pounds. Thank you very much.
Meatball and sausage. So I have a question for you all. If you had a choice on how to enjoy D&D, what method would you prefer? Podcast or video? We're hoping to start our journey in Galforia soon, but unsure how to record it. For video, it would be done in tabletop
I think
sim.
if you're not going to play it in person around a table, do it in podcast form because it will just be a lot better. I think that in terms of video, trying to capture like little tiny screens and tabletop sim, it just wouldn't look as nice. I think one of the reasons this and Critical Role work is you can see us, you can see our faces very clearly. If it's just online, I would go with podcast format. Just my opinion.
But Bam goes TNT. They should have Falk getting robes. His nips would get the robes for him for free. Oh, and Juto wore a dress 2 episodes ago. She probably repressed their memory. It's okay, Kim, don't fret. Damn, I love these lazy Sundays watching High Rollers. I'd like to say, though, the reason why Juto was fretting about wearing a dress was because the one the elf was trying to dress her in was like a long, down to the ankles type thing, and I think the idea of that freaks Juto out. Like the idea of having to do acrobatics on a stage in a proper long dress. So, there.
Alright, bye. Alright, they've gone. Ola Renve with a donation, no message, thank you very much. Drax Scalder, hi guys, as always, the stream is awesome. Keep the great interpretations going, specifically the fabulous fashion designer. Thank you.
Nightjar, no capes. This comment on Tenebrae BR's behalf. Thank you for a fabulous session, guys.
No capes, no capes.
Sammy T291. I'm getting all of Sammy's ones today.
Yeah.
Thank you for donating again. Matt, if you're still there for donations, can I ask you to hello dearies in a Granny Trell voice for a soundbite? That would be awesome. Hello dearies.
Oh, that is really piercing when you're next to
Really?
me.
Is
Like
it that bad?
when I'm there, it's fine. It sounds great. When you're here, I think it's just because the tone. Like I'm like, oh yeah, Katie does suffer. Like I still encourage it, but like yeah, God, yeah, poor Katie.
I didn't realise it was that bad. I apologise.
No, it's great. It's amazing. Just yeah, like Blimey. Bam goes TNT. This Dragonborn seems so humble. Cough, kill him with fire, cough. Oh, and cough also...
Arcane murder fire.
Arcane murder fire, cough. He's probably such a nice guy, milady. The Dragonborn tips his hat and shows the way to his sword cane. Blood for the Vanguard. Milady.
Blaine Kerrigan, Juto's destiny is tantalizingly close. What will she do when she comes face to face with the big man himself? Kisses.
Kisses.
I just panic because Juto's role player doesn't know what to do. It's fine. Nintendoofus. Hi, rollers. I like what they did there.
Hi, rollers.
Loving the stream as always, and it's thanks to you guys I got to join my first ever 5e group. I'm playing a halfling wild magic sorcerer, and my GM makes my roll to see if I surge after every spell, so there's always a lot of fun. Keep being amazing.
Yep, that's how I did it when I played a wild mage. Actually, the DM made me roll pretty much for every spell as well. It's more fun that way. I might do that, depending, because I think Kath might be playing one of those, so I might do that with him as well. Jezbel3315. So I almost got into D&D years ago and made a character sheet with my friend. Then she told me I could never be a dragon. It was impossible. That killed it. Now I pout a little every time Granamir appears. I could have had one. Such loss. He is technically only a pseudo dragon.
Yes.
He's not a big proper adult big dragon. He's just a little babby dragon.
Kay Katniss, g'day from Australia.
G'day.
Loving the creativity everyone has. Sorry for the terrible accent.
I could do an actually
No,
accurate
yours is
Australian
way better than
accent.
Kim's. No.
Oh,
my
really?
God.
It's actually accurate.
It's not.
Actually
I
accurate.
shan't continue the accent. Totally worth the late nights and emotions. You've all inspired me so much in my art. I hope to send in more in the future. P.S. Long live Granny Trow.
People love that Granny Trow.
Oh, thank you, love.
That was fine. Like, you toned it down a little bit. Like,
well, you said your ears were in, darling, so I didn't want to hurt your ears. It wasn't like I was going up here.
Silenced hands! I'm GMing Pathfinder tonight for the first time in a year. I was going to ask advice on doing Irish accents since the session will involve leprechauns, but after Mark's display in this game, maybe I'll pass.
listen, when I'm not trying to be a woman Irish person with a dwarf whose voice I can't remember, I can do a decent enough Irish accent.
Go on, do it now.
If you want me to do a nice Irish accent, I can do it more of as a male voice if I was doing it. I mean, you all remember Finney. Finney had a lovely Irish accent when he was talking to you. There you go.
Donation while doing your Irish then.
You want me to read the next one while I do it?
Go on
This
then.
is from I Am Bacon. Can't finish watching tonight, but we'll be catching up on YouTube later. Just wanted to say that I'm so happy Cam seems to be back to some jokes, and I look forward to the show. P.S. Cool hair, Kim. It do sound a bit like what's his name from Pop Idol. Was Louis Walsh?
Pop Idol.
Whatever it's called now. X Factor. I don't know.
X Factor.
Whatever. I don't watch TV, so.
Oh my god.
All juggled up. Donation number 2. Cam is as screwed as my friends, half-orc bard, Rothgar Earsbane. He is that bad at performing, he's usually chased out of cities by angry mobs. But he's helpful in a fight, 7 foot tall and 350 pounds of muscle. Imagine the mountain armed with a lute.
Nice.
Oh my god. That's brilliant.
You get another one of Sammy's.
Sammy again, my old friend. Well, this whole performance seems doomed. Good job, Cam. I guess all I can say is good luck. Ooh. Just don't kill everyone for the love of Avandra.
GG. Dazza, I thought Cam stole the writ from Amelia and her sister that Cam supposedly killed because of said writ. Anywho, great stream. You are correct. You are not wrong.
Oh.
There was
None
a
of us
reason.
know this, though.
There was a reason that I asked Cam to roll deception beyond just the royal thing.
Yeah. None of us know it. That's how D&D works.
X-Sky, hi, I'm obsessed with this. It's funny, emotional, and ridiculous at the same time, and I love it. Keep it up, guys. This is awesome. Thank you.
Those are the 3 combinations to a great D&D campaign.
A bumblebee tuna.
A bumblebee tuna!
Glad to all of the Yogscast, you helped me through a tough time a few years ago and helping me again as I am currently unemployed as of Friday just gone. Thank you for being great people. This stream is the best. I'm sorry to hear
Sorry to hear about the job.
We're always here for you.
Yeah, and also, you know, just keep at it. I've gone through the same thing. It sucks, but you can get there. Jedi Slayer, hey guys, enjoying the stream. What will they perform? Not just the Blood God, Dungeons or of Dreadmore, anyone. Blood for the God Blood, stabs for the Stab Wizards, axes for the Axe Lords upon their mighty throne of axes. For the gods. There you go. Very impressive.
Candid Erected, a smaller donation today since my student budget is slowly trickling to an end. Here's some positive vibes, though, for the gang. Hope you guys do well on your big performance.
Thank you. Save your money. No
Ace
more.
of Thorns. Hello, Mrs. Premise.
I don't know what that means.
It's a reference none of us get.
That's a reference none of us get, I'm afraid.
No.
Charles Ace of Thorns.
117845. Thanks for the awesome streams. You've inspired me and some of my family to start playing D&D. Sorry for the terrible name. It's fine. It's no worse than any other ones, I don't think. Sounds good. Thank you very much.
G Red Fox Gaming. Hey guys, first time donating to any stream. I would love to play D&D someday, but sadly haven't really got many friends, let alone any nearby me. Hoping to join the army soon, so I'll probably miss some streams in the near future, sadly. Keep being awesome.
Obviously, I know that actually quite a lot of folks in the army, both US and the UK and in other places, a lot of them play D&D. A lot of them will have tabletop gaming groups because it's something you can do out, if you're sent overseas and stuff. So maybe look around, see if there's anybody running a game in the forces.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, B3N020. No.
You got close enough.
295. Just wanted to apologise to Kim for having to read my awful username last week. Also to whoever just had to read it. Me again.
Lol.
So please accept a very apologetic donation. Still haven't organised character creation with friends. Turns out they have lives.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Whatever.
Ugh, lives. Ugh.
How funny is that I had to read that?
That's
again?
amazing.
Yeah,
that's
that's
amazing. A3 Aries, you're all brilliant. Thank you very much.
Shuntacles, great stream as usual, guys. Looking forward to seeing what Kath is going to bring to the story and his character, but we'll miss Cam and his general assholery next week. Much love to you all. Assholery.
Leonhard Euler, brace yourselves for this fact. The Euler complex exponential function of the form e to the ix can be derived from the sum of the cos function of x and I multiplied by the sin function of x.
I like how you can read that one fine.
Yeah, what's that about?
What's that about?
There's no numbers in it.
no, that's true, yeah.
Or full stops.
No, full stops. Sanic details. Well, you may be unlucky, Trot, but you have my luck, hopefully. Please don't fuck up. Well, we'll see.
Emma Holmes 27. Is there any tools or books to help you roleplay? I'm not confident to actively participate often enough, even though I've been playing for a while.
Not really. I mean, generally things like maybe take an improv class, like if you really want to get out of your comfort zone, or even just trying to have, try and think of at least... Try and think, what would my character do in this situation, and try and add one thing to each scene. Just whether it's you giving a cool bit of information, or you doing something interesting. Just try and do something each time. Ease yourself into it. But the best thing would really be stuff like, improv or drama classes and stuff like that. It's the only thing I can really recommend. Who am I reading? Leonard?
Yeah.
Leonard Euler. Euler was not only a mathematician, but also a physicist. Euler's first... law states that the linear momentum of a body is equal to the product of the mass of the body and the velocity of the center of the mass of the body. I love how this guy just uses his donations to High Rollers to tell the world about Leonard Euler and this mathematician that I'd never heard of until we started doing High Rollers.
Spudwalt, hey, figured I'd send you guys some money as a thank you for the awesomeness. Can't send more because I dropped out a whole bunch of money on stuff for a D&D group of my own.
That's perfectly good use of money, yeah, exactly.
Well spent. Gramer306. Hi everyone, I'm the guy who painted Kim's figure.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Just back from Salute with new toys. We'll catch up later. Anyone going to UK Expo?
So Salute is a big tabletop gaming event in London, which is with minis and stuff like that. And UK Games Expo is basically a convention like Eurogamer for tabletop gaming and stuff like that. I'm thinking of trying to go along, but it's I would need to go on a Saturday on my own time. So I'm going to see what I can do. Ebo Faye. Trelemar is a stone cold demon following Killing Machine, who spends most of his time mostly dead or as an old lady. The hero we got. Yeah. It's true. It's not wrong.
No. Hysterical insomniac. I just burnt my pizza. I went out to get another, but then remembered it's Sunday. This stream is the only thing holding me together right now. 1 like equals 1 prayer.
Everybody, get your likes out.
One share equals 2 prayers. Go on, Kim.
The weenie one. Thank you so much for everything you do. I love this stream. I do have one question though. Why don't you go on an epic Orc-slaying Juto quest to save Dmitriev? He deserves it more than Juto did. Well, he's buried now.
He's dead!
There you go.
He's dead!
He's decomposing. He's rotting away. He's got nothing.
Dead. Cam killed him. He's dead. Lawbivore. Sorry it's not much, but I'm kind of poor at the moment. I have a job interview tomorrow, so hopefully that'll change soon. And who just wanted to show my appreciation for one of the best streams around. Love you all. Keep on rolling. Thank you so much. Good luck with the interview. You'll do great.
Leonard Euler, a donation to make up for the mathematics heavy messages.
I love it.
Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Cracks canned Matthew size, now extra sarcastic, also available in Granny Trail flavor. Disclaimer: may cause ear damage.
Apparently so, yeah.
That's amazing. The Frog 123. Is the summoner class fun to play? Also, keep going with the awesome streams. I don't know what summoner class people refer to. I'm guessing that's maybe a homebrew thing or maybe a Pathfinder thing. I don't know. I've never played one.
Bam goes TNT. I noticed the old woman housed by the dart with drow poison. Is this a favourite disguise for drow, maybe? Just saying, it does seem a drow pleaser. Smug face. We all love this group, and Calf would be amazing. I can't wait for Calf. Yay, thanks for streaming.
I'm just going to quickly read Leviathan down there. I have very little money at the moment, but this is the first time I've caught the stream live, so I decided to drop a tiny donation anyway. Roll on. Thank you very much.
Unknown Geek. Sorry I couldn't watch the stream live, stuck in bed with a nasty infection. I hope you get better soon. Lots of love to you guys. Mark, I took a look at the Empire LARP and it looks really fun. The character creation is super complicated though. Any tips?
Yes. Go through, the wiki has like how all the skills work. I would advise for a first timer, don't look into things like the religion skill because even I don't understand it and I've gone 3 times. I would just stick to basic combat, maybe a bit of magic or apothecary and stuff like that. Read the wiki. I can't really explain it too well on a stream, but tweet at me. I'm more than happy to talk about LARP and I can give you a code for 15 quid off as well. So tweet me at Sherlock_Humes. Anybody who's interested in going to the Profound Decisions Empire LARP can message me and get that discount. Jay Klutz, this space intentionally left blank. Thanks, Jay Klutz.
Zero the Duke. Hey guys, any games not going out on the channels that you would recommend? Also, Kim, is your Fallout settlement as good as your Minecraft builds? Both are better than you think, I reckon. Gonna be at Comic Con to get a picture of Matt signed by him.
There you go. That's nice.
So we need to sort that out, don't we?
Yeah.
I haven't been on Fallout for ages, so probably everyone in my settlements is dead.
They're dead.
Oh well.
They're dead.
Bumblebee Tuna.
Bumblebee Tuna!
I think Cam's performance should have been a song about their adventure up till that point, with Trell playing other people and enemies they had faced while Juto used her fire to make cool effects, but I'm sure Cam's improv would be buckets of entertainment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's going to be great. Tinar, thanks for another fun Sunday. Can't wait to see how they're going to pull off the performance. So many chances for things to go wrong. Hehehe, very true.
Jason McRae, Kim and Cam, you are having such a great luck together today. So many natural ones, but otherwise, really enjoyable stream. I can't wait for the performance for Korak. Is that how you spell Korak?
1R.
Okay. Pika! Kim, throughout severe depression last year, you and Duncan were among the only who could make me laugh. Even when things almost took a drastic turn, I wish I could give more, but you always have my gratitude, and thank you for being a light in the dark. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we could help you with our silly Minecraft banter. And yeah, I hope you get better soon. Thank you.
Gothic Kitty 1313. Hey guys, another fab session, very enjoyable. Cat rules for providing food. Can't wait for CAF next week. Have fun away, Trot. Love you all and can't wait for next week. Please don't read out. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. That's her response.
Yes, thank you, Cat, for the chips.
Yeah.
K-Bear10, I would just like to say that I like to dance safely.
Oh, who doesn't love to dance safely? Kim.
Wonder Brian, RPG writer here. Hoping to see you all at MCM, planning to give you models of the party reimagined for the setting I work with.
Malifaux, yeah.
Weird West Gothic in alternate Earth 1902. Sounds amazing! Already sculpted Juto as a Chinese half Nephilim with Guandao.
Yeah, Mafalu's
so
a really cool tabletop miniature game.
Can we play it?
Well, it's I don't know if it's not an RPG like D&D. I think it's more like a Warhammer style skirmish game. Maybe, I've never played it. So, I don't know. The weenie one, stealing ale isn't chaotic fucking good, Trot. I'm glad some people pick up on these things. That's all I'm saying.
The Real Braveheart. Hey guys, I just wanted to let you guys know that you're all amazing. Unfortunately, my cat died last week, but watching High Rollers on Yogs Live cheered me up heaps. Keep up the good work. Your videos have gotten me and others through some tough times.
I hate
that's really
pet
sad.
death sad stories. It makes me super sad.
Leonard Ealer. I could not resist another donation. One last time.
I'm just kidding. What was that voice?
I'm putting emotion into it.
Oh, okay. To Narth. This is a second donation specifically in support of Kim. Some people in chat were saying, I'm not going to read out that because
No,
it doesn't
say
even
it.
justify it.
I will answer
You want to say it? It
Yeah.
was saying she was boring for stepping on Cam's attempted mead heist, but it was so in character and I loved it.
Here's
No,
the thing. Cam was about to screw an old lady out of 140 gold pieces, which would have ended her business. I could not stand by and let that
Also,
happen.
listen up, murder hobos in chat. Just because like somebody tries to do something random and funny, lol lol lol, doesn't mean it's not good RP to stop the person. The party are supposed to be playing good characters, most of them, Trelamar excluded, who are, heroes and they're meant to be helping people. So no, it's not boring to stop
To
him.
Juto,
It's
the
what
joke
character
went
should
too
do.
far, and the last
Exactly.
time a joke went too far, a man died.
Exactly. So let's not look. We'll still have funny, and it'll still be funny jokes, but at the same time, people need to play their characters. So chill out. JK Quinn, love you guys. Do you want to read that one? I'll read the next one because it's the next one's for me.
JK Quinn, love you guys so much. By the way, Kim is looking very hot with her new hair.
bless you
Well, there you go.
Bless you guys.
R Parker 92 with a big donation. Thank you very much.
American Hundo, maybe.
American Hundo, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, it could be. For Mark, I've been having some issues finding motivation to work on my map campaign. How do you keep yourself going? That's a good question sometimes. This week was a pretty good struggle. Like, I did kind of kick myself into doing a lot more prep than I normally do, just because it is quite hard to stay motivated, especially when you've had like a long and tiring week. All I can say is try and take inspiration from other places. I put Critical Role on, and it was a really good couple of sessions that I'd missed out on, and it was really inspiring, and seeing Matt do a really good job made me want to do a good job. So that's all I can really say, man. I'm really sorry. In terms of not reading out aloud, I can't really do... I mean, you can always email community@yogscast.com, or you can tweet at me on Twitter, but I just can't promise that I've got time to do dedicated replies or long replies, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Dancing on Fire 7, thanks for another great episode. Highlight of my week.
Boom. Sammy T291, pop your nullified cipher on eBay, Mark. Raise some funds for X charity I'd bid. People, it's just a piece of paper. Or maybe I'll give it away. Maybe we'll throw it in with like a giveaway packet or something like that.
The cipher that never was.
A cipher that never was.
CMXIX donated, thank you very much.
Message with the next one.
Georgina3101, 2 weeks of no combat, but everything is still as funny and cool as ever.
No combat! I'm somewhat disappointed because I love killing you all. Ha 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 ha.
Mean.
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah.
Osho276, no message really, just thanks for these streams.
No, nice generous donation as well. Thank you very much. Sammy T291. No roll 4-4 it is then. No! Thanks for the great content to go, you guys. Thank you for the mods and Steve as always. Thank you very much, Sammy, but don't feel you have to donate that every week. Really, you don't.
Yin Yanger, hey high rollers, great stream. Matt talked with Paul and he is slowly making progress on that 3D trail. Hope I wasn't a bother on Tumblr. Hope we'll all be at MCM. I'll be flying over from Texas to see you.
Whoa! That is a long flight.
Wow, that's amazing.
Can you bring me some beef jerky, please?
Looking forward to seeing the 3D trail. That'll be amazing.
Yeah,
Love
3D
you.
show will be great. The other models have been so good.
Yeah.
Can I read this one out? Is this one too saucy?
It's you anyway. It's your turn.
Okay. Are you happy with me reading this one out?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Awkward dog boner. This week's boner rating. Cam, you absolute fraud, thief, nearly ripping off the dwarf. Not again. Raging hard-on moment. That Taylor. Oh, so sassy and fab. Oh, that moaning. Fully erect. Erection rejection moment. Red skin. Hashtag bone on Sunday.
That's probably one of my favourite donation messages. Like, why did you think that wouldn't be okay?
Because it's saucy.
We say way worse stuff.
Fine.
Angelus Lucius, no message but have some money. Thank you very much.
Logix 1983. Always look forward to this stream every week. Can't wait to see future episodes. Mark, Kim, Matt, Katie, and Trot. You are the best.
Thank you very much. Go on.
Hannah, 46, a bit disappointed by the lack of fire today. Also hope Kim did not suffer any lasting mental scarring from Kath's creepy voice on Friday. It was creepy, guys.
Was it really creepy?
It was so creepy.
Nice.
Oh my god.
And Coco Teon, love the hair, Kim. What do you all think of an underground spider dungeon? Sounds fun. Maybe I'll throw them at them. Who knows?
I be a mad one. High Rollers is the best. Always look forward to it. Also, yay, Kimmy Schmidt.
Yes.
Kimmy Schmidt's good.
Daddy's boy.
Oh.
I'm reading this one out. CPig21. Just a note for Kim. Coming from an Australian, your accent is hysterical. Don't stop. You have my permission.
Shut up! You can't do it very well. No
It's
one can.
better than yours,
Nobody from
mate.
Australian can. Nobody
It's
who's
better
not from
than yours,
Australia.
mate.
It's not.
Mate, it's
You're not
actually
there.
accurate.
Terrible.
Actually accurate.
Illumicat. This is for the person who thought he was too old for D&D. Bullshit. I'm 15, DMing 3 players who are older than me. You are never too old or too young for D&D. Agreed.
Actually accurate.
Star Monkey TV. And behaving, Kim, honest.
Okay, I'll let you off today. Georgina 3101. I hope you're all having a great week, and I thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, it's our favourite boy, Nilesy.
Nilesy.
Oh, thanks, Nilesy. Supporting a fun and super entertaining stream. Trelly, you're my fave. Kisses. Oh, Nilesy's favourite, eh? Oh, well, listen, bud, if you're ever in Bristol, always welcome to come on. I'd love to have you on as a guest.
IWZI
Shinigami.
Oh, come on, Shinigami.
God, I can't read. Hey guys, thanks for everything you do. Really love High Rollers. I was wondering if anyone has seen the Draugr D&D series by Drawfee. It's a D&D campaign, but they draw their adventures as they go.
No, I haven't. I'll have to check it out, though. It sounds really cool.
Oh my god. AV Juggernaut. Message to Kim, saw your tweet that everybody is going to the Rapture is now on Steam, and I spent all day playing with it. Literally blown away by how amazing it is. Absolutely love High Rollers too. Tuned in for the first time today, can't wait for more.
Welcome, friend. Welcome
Welcome.
to the Rollers. Tanarth, Mrs. Premise is a reference to the Monty Python penguin on the television set sketch with the Pepper Potts Mrs. Premise and Mr. Conclusion played by John Cleese and Graham Chapman and by extension Granny Trell. I do not know that Monty Python's. I do not know that. That's really surprising to me.
Thank
you for letting us know.
Monty Python, but I did not know that one.
Ace of Thorns. Damn it, Matt, that was a Monty Python reference.
Oh, that's so well timed!
Look up Mrs. Premise and Mr. Conclusion on YouTube.
Well, there we go. We definitely have to.
Sammy, my old friend, we meet in the donations once again. Any possibility of an official High Rollers animated series anywhere?
God, it'd be so amazing.
Imagine how good that would be, especially with licensed themes from Steve.
Oh,
Oh my god, another
it would
gore
be
orgasm
so
over there.
amazing. I'd love it so much.
cool.
Nina would do such a good job. But it'd take forever, that's the problem. It would just take forever. All juggled up. Just found out my band have shows planned every weekend in May, so I won't get to watch live till June, but I'm also hoping to missing you lot at Comic-Con now. Not sad at all, honestly, nope. Check out my band Depravity for fans of hardcore. Shameless plug. Hey, actually, do you know what? I think that's probably a good point to say. So for May and June, we will remind everyone about this, but for May and June, we will likely be switching to Saturdays instead of Sundays because of some stuff that's going on in personal lives that we just need to shift things around. We will talk about that more probably over the next couple of weeks just to let people know in advance, but hopefully that means all juggled up you can still watch us and you won't be playing gigs on Saturdays. So yeah, so that will only be for 2 months though, it's only a temporary thing.
Wanda Brine, Malifaux does have an RPG
Oh,
called
cool.
Through the Breach. I will be giving you character sheets with the models if you want to try it out.
There you go, thank you very much. Thank you, Wanda Brine.
Sammy again!
Oh my
this
God.
is getting awkward. Mark, can you say everyone's current alignment for the record? I've got to settle some debates and such.
I can't, I know Cam is chaotic good, what are you?
Chaotic neutral.
You're chaotic neutral. I believe Laura is neutral good or chaotic good.
No, she's chaotic good because we talked about this yesterday.
Oh,
We're
okay.
all chaotic. Cam is
Good, neutral,
Laura's
neutral.
good, and we're neutral.
There you go. There you go. Johnny Mange, have some, thanks very much. Mizzy Myth, with a big donation, thank you very much. The hotel Wi-Fi is finally, another big one. I think they've donated 2 big ones tonight.
Holy crap!
Yeah, the hotel Wi-Fi is finally stable. Yay, only missed everything. Well, I hope you have a good night. Well, you can watch it back on VOD or on Yogs Live when it gets uploaded.
And I will hug you.
Hug you.
R Parker92, that is fine, Mark. Thanks anyway.
Okay, read the next one.
Sammy, again!
7291, FYI, Mark, your Scottish accent is acceptable. It's very hard to achieve coming from a Scot. Good job. I hope to see a full Scottish accent NPC in the future.
Well, thank you very much, Sammy. My sister did live up in Glasgow for quite a while, so I have tried to develop it quite well. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Lex Richards, shame there was no fighting this week, but in honour my PC has died and Cap has made up for it on XCOM 2. Questions for those who have met Cap, did he actually smell like Kim previous claimed?
He doesn't smell. And he has an adorable pug, therefore he is the best person ever. Right, thank you all very much for your donations. Really, really appreciate it. Hopefully next week, we'll have CAF next week.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting one to see what happens. I expect there probably will be combat next week. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks very much, guys. We're going to head off and roll on Sunday.
Roll on Sunday. Roll on Sunday. Bye.
Bye.